Fuck. Forgot something. Oh, I forgot to... Oh, god damn it. I forgot to add the little PNG at the bottom right. Let me go do that real quick. What? Okay. Fuck. I literally just started, bro. You tell me I didn't even have this prepared? Alright. It's been a minute since I live streamed anything for that matter. Just had a massive burnout. Burnout. Right, there it is. For a second, bro. I was like, what? Let's see. Where's that? All right, there it is. So, well, first off, how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing great, as always. Hope you guys are doing great, as always. But I don't know anything really about this situation here. I'm going in this blind. What I do know, I know very little about this. You know, we got to take this all with a grain of salt, by the way. We got to wait for the other side before making conclusions, you know? We got to wait for the other side before we start jumping the gun. So, you know, we need to take that in mind before getting into this. I don't really know much about this. I have the Google Doc pulled up, so we're going to read that. Made the old doc on Oswald back in April? Wait, what? Are you talking about the condo thing? I don't think so. I don't think he was in that. There's an actual situation? Bro, of course there is. The one he did. I don't remember hearing about a third one. I remember hearing about the ones with the... oh, no, that was by probably Piquet. Yeah. But this has been blowing up. Came out yesterday, July 1st. Huge, right? And what I do know of this, I know very little, but what I do know from, like, just things I've heard is that allegedly, you know, allegedly, he's done some bad things. That's and try to take him down. Maybe I'm stupid, but I do not remember that. Now, I don't know if all this stuff right here is the same stuff that is in this. I also went and skimmed through all this because I didn't want to make sure there was anything actually bad in there. Also, thank you, narrator, for being a member for 5 months. Sorry, holy stutter. But thank you, bro. I appreciate that. But there was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of shit in this. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. But oh man, a document, bro. Everything's a document. Come on, let's not act ridiculous here. In the Discord, I don't feel like it because this is not your average stream. I was thinking about playing like, oh, maybe after this play, like, I don't know, fucking Forsaken, but like, nah, I don't feel like that. But anyways, we should go ahead and, did you just start reading? Well, I'm about to. I don't really know much about this, so I do want to learn about it. And there's a lot, because I skimmed through this, make sure there's nothing graphic, nothing that would get me in trouble or anything. There's a lot. There's a lot of text, bro. So it might take a minute here. But anyways, using fans' trust as a tool is disgusting. Oswald. This dude, I don't think I can even do this. I am so bad at reading, not because of the words itself. It's because like I cannot pronounce. I stutter so much, bro. I stutter so much. It's a 141-page doc. Damn. I'm gonna lie about allegations. We do have to take it with a grain of salt. You know, it's all alleged until we hear the other side. It's important to hear the other side first. Stage fright? No, it's just I can't read in general. I can't speak. Yeah, bad stuttering all my life. This document contains several people, but they're all connected to Oswald, and they cooperated against me. Fact-based documentation. Fact-base. That's a strong word right there. Fact-base. Okay. Content warning. This document contains severe emotional abuse, bullying, emotional distress, insults, suicide, ideations, suicide attempt, public humiliation, harassment, mockery, sexual content. Oh no. And mistreatment. I didn't know we were going to be dealing with this. In that case, do I even want to cover this, bro? I don't like it. I don't like talking about that. Better not be like the pressure drama where it's all fake and the person just wants the game dead. Well, with the pressure drama, dude, that pressure drama is so insane. I've like, I couldn't even keep, I can't even keep track with it anymore, but it's crazy. Also, bro, Bane, get out of here. Also, why aren't you mod, hello? Oh, no, that's because you're, the other channel, the archive channel is what's modded. Bro, stop. Okay, bro, I got it. Stop with the golden shit, bro. Chill out, bro. But thank you, I appreciate that. Yep, you're getting banned, bro. How do I tell you this? Damn, what happened? Well, we're gonna read DMs real quick for context. What I said. All right, bet. What do you think of bro? This is not the time. I'm trying to cover a serious topic. Talking about some. What do you think of chapter 5? I love it. Oh, maybe I should pull this one up on stream too, because this seems pretty important. A few months ago. Also, one thing I peeped is that they put that, like, they put hashtag, like, they put the cover. Wait, what? How'd you get modded? Bro, I don't even know, bro. I don't even know what I'm looking at, bro. Whatever. I thought you switched channels. But the fact they put hashtag Bite by Night, hashtag Bite by Night, or BBN, Bite by Night, Roblox, and then it's the cover of the game, shit quality. Kind of seems like there's some sort of intent here. Oh, dude. Dude, Twitter is actually horrible, dude. I actually see the most dumb, stupid shit of all time on Twitter. I don't know if all this information is the same as in here, but we'll probably find out after we actually eventually read it. Girona! Yo, my bad. Developer's first mistake is thinking of making an account on Twitter. Yeah, it's horrible. Dude, I need to start this shit. What happened? We're about to find out, man. But apparently, it contains all this stuff. We're gonna find out, bro. Allegedly. None of this is 100%. Always keep that in mind. Wait. Okay, yeah. TLDR. This is a summary. This is a summary for it. If you guys don't want to stay here and read. Oh my. Yeah, bro. We're not going to be able to do this. What's going on? We're going to find out, bro. Chill. Bro. Calm down with the chapter 5 references, bro. I got promoted at my IRL job. Hey, that's great, bro. I'm glad to hear. What are you doing? I'm gonna go ahead and read this document. 2nd grade reading level? Bro, it's not my reading level. I can't pronounce. I can read it. Man, whatever, bro. What didn't happen? That's a good question. But anyways, and let me focus on this. This is a summary. I won't include proofs. Yeah, whatever. I won't include proofs. If you want pictures and proofs, go see the full story on the timeline. This document contains more than 3... What? This document contains more than 300 proof? Do you mean 300 pieces of proof? What are you, 300? Jesus Christ, that's a lot. I hear Birdly. Bro, I just put in a whole bunch of songs from Toby Fox into a playlist that I liked. for like background. Well, I didn't even mean it to be for background. I just, you know, this is looking to be fake just from the grammar. Well, that doesn't really, they say they have 300 pieces of proof here, so I mean, I don't know about that. They're probably not they're probably not, first language, not English. Oh yeah, see, look, Nitro knows. So the summary might not cover all the points I didn't notice, so if you want to double check everything, it's best to check the timeline. What the hell's the timeline? Is it this, the thread? Is this a timeline? I don't know Twitter lingo. I think that's enough proof. Yeah. I am YSH, known as Eve among my current friends. I met Ozzel in 2021 through Funky Friday. I feel like I played that, but like there's like a yeah, I don't know what that is. We quickly became friends because we both enjoyed the game development, and after talking for hours, we started working on projects together. My dog won't leave me alone, bro. You should maybe take care of that. I just want to play the game, bro. Shut up! But anyways, in March 2022, I became developing a bomb tag game. Also asked me to join. We eventually formed a team of 4 during development. I noticed an inappropriate model in the game. What? But I ignored it and continued working. Bro, I don't know what the Roblox like moderation was in 2020, but what you mean an inappropriate model, bro? What? A few hours later, my Roblox account was permanently terminated. Yeah, I thought I said that wrong. Causing me to lose every project I had spent years building. Oswald blamed another teammate and became extremely emotional, but I choose to calm this. Calm the situation and move on. Yeah, should put me in a psych ward, bro. Is there speaking lessons I can attend, bro? Surely, right? What was the model though? Like, what was the model? Because that probably, I mean, you said there was an inappropriate model, and then you get banned, which probably was whatever you're talking about. What was it? We'll probably see it. Duolingo has nothing to do with, man. Wait, what did that dude say? No proof, by the way, to what she is saying? Well, they say they have 300 pieces of proof. Surely it's in here somewhere, right? But again, you know, we got to wait till the other side before making conclusions. Can't make conclusions off one side. And they, in the staff team from Light by Night, said there will be a response, so gotta wait for that. Not long after I lost my account, also asked me to help with another one of his projects, despite knowing what had just happened a month later. He also sent me an explicit image as a joke. Like, we get what does that mean? An explicit image as a joke? All right, maybe I'm like jumping the gun too quickly. Maybe they'll end up showing it soon. I do want to know that can be like vague, bro. That can be anything. Which made me uncomfortable because I never liked that kind of humor. In May 2022, I finally joined Ozzel's JoJo project after he repeatedly said he needed scripting help. I spent nearly 2 years working on it. As time passed, developers left, contributors became unavailable, and most of the workload fell onto me while Ozzel gradually became less active. How can an explicit image be a joke? What twisted son of a gun are they? Yeah, I don't know. We needed more developers and funding, but he refused for a minute, leaving me under increasing pressure until I eventually burnt out. But at then he agreed that I can't do anything by myself. Does this get into why he's evil? Besides like the image, apparently. To help fund the JoJo project, we started a simpler game based on a trending concept. It was FPE. Is that the paper shit? What happened? We're getting there, bro. I just started, man. Thank you though for the 2, bro. Yeah, it probably is gonna take 15 years. Yeah. I don't even know if is that like just like that FPE? Is that like just directly Baldi's Basics, bro? Like I'm assuming that's exactly what that is, but all right, I'm gonna walk my dog. It's the first time ever anyone has ever said that. It's an animation. Oh, so it's not like it's just an animation. Invited my friend again in the projects and handled the modeling, and I handled the programming while Ozil focused on building. Although we initially agreed on a 50-50 revenue split, I ended up doing most of the work. When I suggesting adjusting the percentages so the other developers can be rewarded fairly, Ozil refused. He also claimed he would be unavailable because of personal issues and an up-and-coming surgery. I mean, well, you guys agreed to a 50-50 revenue split, so, I mean, I don't know, bro. Where was I at? Dude, I need to, like, keep a mouse on this. Yeah, I don't know. I'd be looking at my chat and I see Ren talking about the pressure situation. Like, dude, what? That is like, all right, time out for a second here as if I haven't had enough. Holy shit, that pressure situation, dude, it's insane. I've been watching that one guy's videos on it. I forgot his name. I think it's Zombify or something like that. But he's the green guy. Dude, I'd be watching his shit on it. I'm like, oh my god, dude, this is insane. But yeah. Oh, fuck, I already forgot, dude. All right, upcoming surgery. But during that period, he continued making videos, playing Roblox, and collaborating with other YouTubers, while contributing very little to the project. Eventually, I removed him from the developer role and reduced his percentage to make the distribution fair for the rest of the team, while keeping him as the owner. Later, I felt guilty. Wait, are you the owner? How'd you do that? Oh, whatever. We'll learn. I felt guilty, apologized, and restored his developer role. Dude. He admitted that it was not my fault because he had not been contributing much. I tried to tell him that 38% will help us while he will be unavailable to help us, but he kept refusing. I reassured him that I still appreciated the work he had done, and we moved on. This was only the beginning of a much larger pattern. Over time, I realized Ozil repeatedly relied on others to carry his projects. This is fair credit and revenue distribution, and often manipulated. Strong word there. You gotta use that carefully. Situations to benefit himself. I mean, this is just word of mouth so far. Literally just text, so I can't really believe any of this so far. What ultimately led to me to create this doc? What did I miss? Not much. We just started. After I restored Ozil's developer role, I told him he could earn it back, his original 50% share, by helping us hire outside developers. He agreed. I later hired a modeler named Ed to make assets for our game. Although he finished the work quickly, Ozil repeatedly delayed paying him. Even after saying he would, after the second commission, my friend and I paid Ed ourselves because we did not want him to wait any longer. The experience left Ed frustrated with Ozil, so I stopped hiring him to avoid more conflict. Yeah. Naughty doc? I guess you can call it that. A few months later, Ed joined one of Ozil's games where I had admin permissions. I trusted him with building tools, but instead he griefed the map to get back at Ozil. Damn. Bad idea there. I never expected him to do that since I had invited him. I took full responsibility and tried to fix the damage without blaming him. But someone reported me to Ozil saying that I was one who caused the problem because Ed had left the game early and I was the only one holding the B tools. After letting things cool down, I apologized to Ozzel and even offered to repay the Robux he had spent on the game. He never responded. Instead, he removed me from every project we worked on together, including the JoJo game that I had spent 2 years helping develop. I later asked one of my friends to speak with him. His friend told me that Ozzel no longer wanted to be friends with me because he believed that I had chosen Ed over him and had only used him. Dude, I sort of knew that Ozzel guy was fishy. Like, no way a forsaken short slot fan animator would have anything, wouldn't have anything in the closet. Okay. Like, that's nice, bro. So this is basically so far this is basically going like the build up, you know, working on projects together, bad business practices and whatever the heck's. No. The accusations genuinely shocked me. I had spent years supporting his project, helping him whenever he asked, and standing by him during difficult times. Being called manipulative after all of that felt completely unfair. Oh, yep, here comes the best song. That's just weird to say, Ink. I mean, yeah, but I mean, First Amendment does exist. Not in my chat, though. Where's the proof? We'll get there. Okay. Okay, yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, see, we'll get there. Fuck. Now I forgot. Alright, we're right here. Where's the screenshots? We just saw them! Chill. We'll get there. They say they have 300 pieces of proof, so... I eventually messaged Ozzel myself, asking why he saw me that way. After everything we had been through, we talked, but it was obvious he had decided to end the friendship, so I accepted it and tried to move on. A few days later, I decided to respect Ozzel's wishes and remove him from my friends list. Before doing so, I sent him a goodbye message explaining that I understood his decision. I never truly intended to cut him off forever. I knew he was going through personal issues, so I wanted to give him some space. I only removed him as a friend and left our shared Discord groups, so we still had a way to communicate if needed. It's me on Discord, and looks like you are reading the doc, and I read the whole thing, and I feel like half of it is true. Isn't Ozzel like young? I forgot. Everyone in the Roblox developer space is gonna be young. They're not gonna be older than they're not gonna be older than 26. That's the limit, bro. If you're older than 26 and you're working on Roblox games, you need to chill out. Where are the screenshots now? Show us. Oh my god, bro! Shut up! Whoa, look! There! Look! Screenshots! Shut up! We'll get there! Alright, here, yeah. A few months later, Ozzel began tagging me in random groups and sending me gifts and messages without caring who would see them. He spoke negatively about me, then left the groups. I wanted the conflict to end peacefully, so I reached out to him. We agreed to try to move on and stay on good terms, although our conversations were much colder than before. Not long after, one of my friends showed me a screenshot of Ozzel speaking negatively about me in DMs. I confronted him again, hoping we could finally resolve everything, but the conversation only became worse. Why is this in blue? Is this like a link or something? Or are there crucial points? He just sounds like immaturity. Well, apparently it gets worse. Apparently it starts talking about sexual content. So Apparently it does get a lot fucking worse. Music sure does not fit with this document. Bro! I had nothing else to play, bro. Everything else is copyright, bro. Toby Fox makes bangers, bro. I know it's not the right mood, but who cares? When timeout A, bro. One of the few alive mods can do that if they want. He started making personal mocking my... Wait, okay. This has to be a grammar. So this dude's obvious first language isn't English, so there's probably going to be some grammar issues here, which is fine. I was going to make a doc years ago to counter this one. This is new. I don't know what you... there was something from April that Nitro sent me. We should probably check out. Yeah, let's continue. Oh, yes, also ADHD. The pre-doc of the doc of this doc. Yeah, bro. Although I had spoken with him before about being bullied more than once because of my English, he told me in my face that if he really had been using me, I would never realize it. Yo, that's like some like super villain type shit. Sounds like something Jax would say. Okay, bro, I'm never saying some dumb shit like that ever again, bro. My bad. That was the point where I had had enough. The topics he mocked were personal issues, especially because he already knew I'd been bullied for my English. So far, this just kind of sounds like, at least so far, this kind of just sounds like just dickish behavior. It's nothing too crazy. It just sounds like dickish behavior, which that's all I do, so I'm guilty as charged. Oh, here we go. In June 2026, this is like now, bro. Okay, now we're getting up to date with some current stuff, bro. I left Oslo for 2 months, but I couldn't get over it. I tried to... What? Yo! Yo, that just took a complete turn. Oh my god. That's kind of like a huge jump, bro. I mean, like, I understand bullying is bad and everything, but this was like online bullying, basically. I don't know if this was purely because of Oslo, but like, dude, I don't think anything online should like, okay, I cannot say that because whenever I lost my YouTube channel, I was actually so over it, but that's different. That's like my entire life. I was also wronged, so it made more sense. But like, if it's just like online bullying, bro, I don't think you should be like trying to do that ever. Just turn off the phone. Turn off the phone. Get rid of your socials. Just, the control is in your hands, bro. But anyways, this was the first attempts. It wasn't because, oh, okay, my bad. I should have read more. It wasn't because of Oslo, but my bad, bro. I should have read just one sentence more. Okay, fuck. Because it was more than one thing, but I was scared. Alright, bro. We all make mistakes. Except for me, though. I don't make any. I regretted helping someone like that, but I started to understand many things that suddenly made sense to me, like why he seemed so unaffected when I lost my Roblox account, why he kept pressuring me to join projects I repeatedly declined, and why the friendship always seemed to benefit him more than anyone else. Bro, do not send me... What is this dumbass shit you're sending, bro? Uncolor? Okay, bro. This is not the time for some dumb bullshit like the Uncler. Really? Okay. That's cute, bro. That's nice, bro. Wow, we're talking about something really serious here. You're a tester for this game. I hope you get fired. Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean that. But anyways, Unc Mingo, dude, shut, bro. I turned 18 in like a month and a half, so you can call me Unc then. You know, also another side note while we're off topic here, I'm surprised because I went into the Bite by Night like just general chat, and they were actually like normal. They weren't like, because whenever this first came out, it was like 1 a.m. and I just woke up. I was like, what the heck? I look at the Discord. They had it open and nobody, like there was a few people talking about it, but dude, everybody was just chill. I'm like, yo, they don't even care, bro. Oh, they not, it's not that they don't care, but like they're unaffected. But yeah, let's continue with this one. All right, here we are. Then that one, I realized our friendship had never been as equal as I believe. Because of my mood swings, I wanted to explain to Ed that he made the model over inflated. What? Side note, there's a lot of people constantly stalking my Roblox account. Yo, who the fuck is Evil Domingo, bro? Actually, like, what are we doing, bro? This is not the time. Yeah, if you're associated, like what Nitro said, though, if you're associated with like a project, a popular project, especially in your shoes where you have multiple, yeah, people are gonna stalk you for every exclusive thing they can get, bro. Why does every ASIM have really bad situations? Well, first off, I just think it's not just ASIMs in general, it's just like Roblox stuff. But it's like the developers and everyone involved is really young. So I think, and like, you know, the younger you are, the more stupid you are. You make mistakes. You know, the older you get, you know, you're not really making as mistakes as much, you know, it's just inexperienced, I guess. Mixed with just, I don't know, evil. I don't know, because, I mean, there are fucked up people who do bad things, who end up working on Roblox projects. So, not saying that that's this case or anything, but I just wanted to be honest. I didn't realize I was being too blunt. I tried to apologize to Ed more than once, both publicly and privately, but he started talking about me badly and insulting my work. Dude, dang, this guy cannot catch a break. At first, I was upset, but I accepted the idea that I had done something similar. So he was getting his revenge. Didn't he already get his revenge? However, he went off the air. Unlike me, I was the only developer. I was only on the developer server, and that's definitely no excuse. You went beyond and what I said and said things I shouldn't have. Go get out of my chat, Shelbert. I still do not like you after all those years. Hope you know that. At the time, I did not know I had ADHD. Throughout my difficulty, noticing those patterns was simply because I was stupid. So I carried that guilt for a long time. In early 2026, I even wrote Ozzel an apology, but I deleted it shortly. Has Ozzel made a response yet? No, but we're waiting. Whenever, I'll cover that, like, you know, like I said in the beginning 1,000 times, we need to wait for his response before making any conclusions. We need to wait for his response. Without it, it's all alleged, bro. But I know stuff like this has happened to him before, so. Dude, I need to remember where I'm at. Okay, yeah. Apology. but then I deleted it shortly after, realizing what I'm doing. Right. I'm certain he saw the message, but chose to ignore it. I was angry about several things, and unintentionally, I insulted Model Aid. What is Model Aid? Could someone give me a recap? So far, that we've covered, it's just allegedly, you know, so far, it's just dickish behavior and, you know, trouble in the workplace. Nothing too insane yet from Oswald. But, what a surprise. Yeah. I didn't mean to insult anything. I just wanted to describe the model's appearance. I apologize and take full responsibility for this mistake. On the contrary, I tried to apologize on him more than once. There's a scammer in the server? In my server? Wait, there's a Cyberpunk Edge Runners 2? What do you mean? Wait, no? Motherfucker, I just opened my phone. Also tried apologizing to Ed multiple times, hoping we could fix our friendship, but eventually, I felt like I had lost everyone. Throughout 2026, I was finally diagnosed with ADHD after living with it for years. I only discovered this much later. I thought I was just stupid and that I didn't understand things quickly. But a diagnosis does not excuse my mistakes. It helped me understand why I had struggled to recognize manipulation and why I blamed myself for so long after some time in February 2026. Bro, I probably have like 10,000 undiagnosed things, by the way. I don't know when's the last time I went and talked about those things to like a doctor, but dude, just never have. Like diabetes, yo. You really think that's funny, buddy? What you mean, bro? Yeah, all right, bro. Yeah, all right, bro. All right, here we go. He contacted me again and sent me a friend request. He told me that I had been the best friend he'd ever had. I thanked him. The viewers are finally learning. Dude, I cannot keep reading the chat while doing this. It's like an asshole thing. But I also told him I could not forget the way he had spoken to me about behind my back. He simply thanked me for the good memories. All right, well, at least this Ed guy, you know, at least he owned up to it. Try to make some positive impact. As I continued recovering, I decided to write down my entire experience. I trusted Ed enough to tell him about it, believing he understood how hurt I was. Instead, he secretly recorded our conversations and shared them with people. Yo, never mind to what I just said, bro. That's a snake in the garden. Allegedly. I'm gonna start using the word allegedly a lot. Get out of Bite by Night right now and hop on that Pal Percy chase name in PC2. You're funny. Alright, but again, allegedly. Damn, okay. Then later, I'm assuming. Keep that allegedly going. Yeah, bro. Those recordings were in the... Dude, I can't read when they're like... I understand that this dude is like, you know, his primary language isn't English, so... But like, dude, I feel like I'm fucking up when I'm reading something that's wrong. When I confronted Ed, he told me that he lied about several things. Jesus Christ, dude. Forget what I've said about him owning up or like making a positive impact, dude. Throw that all out the window. damage had already been done after Ozzel made his doc about me. So I'm assuming this is the one in April, right? I finally spoke to Ozzel after years about the document? Oh, wait, maybe... After years? Does he literally mean years? Or I'm assuming not, right? I don't know, bro. He admitted that everyone had made mistakes, but by then, it felt too far late. It's two people that are not first English speakers making a thing in full English. More information that could still be added, which only reinforced my belief that people had been sharing stories about me behind my back for a long time. That conversation confirmed that the trust that I once had in both of them was gone. Damn, that's fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. I have never had something like this happen, but bro, actually, yes, I have. Never mind. I cut those fuckers off. Welcome to the internet. Oh, it's a lot worse than this, bro. I think, wow, Ozzel understands me. Wow, Ozzel understands what happened. But then, the way he was talking shifted. Sorry, with phases like, the pictures and videos I see will affect your reputation. I hope no one sees them. Oh. So he's like alluding. Allegedly. Pictures I have it documented out in respect of their privacy. Then he changed to something calmer, like I've started reading the Quran, or I don't want to cause any trouble for your reputation. Allegedly. Dude, I gotta stop saying that. I mean, I need to say that, but like now it's stuck on my tongue. Bro, Nitro, stop, bro. You just gave the worst person a membership. Stop! Why am I not surprised? Hey, bro, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the response to come out, bro. You need to wait, bro. We gotta all wait for the response to come out. Then we can make conclusions. God pull? Holy shit. That ain't no God pull. It's like common garbage trash pull. All right, my bad. It was all super chaotic. I felt like he knew exactly what he was doing. He knew when to threaten and when to ask nicely. Which made me think Ozzel cared about my well-being. Even though his words were laced with threats and sarcasm, I am definitely not the same anymore. I noticed the threats and told him that they were threats and that his tone was a red flag. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get to some screenshots. It's what we've been waiting for. From 4/12/2026, February 12. Well, number one, the word you keep mentioning about if I was really using you, you wouldn't even realize it, was a word I said to make you realize I'd never do such a thing, especially we known each other for years. Why would you think I'd do such a thing? Okay, seems fair enough. Now watch as Twitter goes crazy and start doxing the Bite by Night team, and even if they did nothing. I think people have learned their lesson about doxing ever since Outcome Memory. But yeah, let's continue. Number two, I clearly remember we talked about this and decided that you can keep the percent and I was going to get in your FE game that I was barely contributing to. Yet here we are talking the same things again. Do you truly believe that? In a sense, yeah. I mean, like, there's probably gonna be one or two, but like, I mean, not to the level that OM was doing. Someone's gonna get doxed. I'm calling it, dude. People get doxed over like nothing. Me saying this probably is gonna get me doxed, bro. I would not be surprised in the slightest. But anyways, number three, some people can understand it went wrong when someone tries to be harsh about their replies, and you didn't understand that I'm trying to understand your issue here. Yeah. Number four, deleting the messages, adding my text in your document and adding the edited text I changed to make the text I sent you before more understandable, yet counting them as evidence is a next level disrespect, especially if you're trying to accuse me of stuff here while you're the one started. Dude, oh my god, stop. I need to slow down. Too much is going in my head. Nawafs? Who is Nawaf? Who the heck is that? But he's not involved in this. As from what I've seen so far, you've never bothered to DM me, even though we already solved our issue, and yet you're still here telling me the same stuff without giving me the answer I needed. You're asking me to take the document down, but I can only do that when everything is cleared out. Otherwise, there's not much I can do. Alright, this one's highlighted, so I'm assuming this is going to be important. Number 6, your reputation is not damaged, but the clips and screenshots I'm looking at from the other people sent me to the Discord would really hurt your rep. I just hope that nobody sees this. Okay, so that's what he was talking about right here. It looks kind of bad. I already reached out to you, yet the response you made were barely something, or it was literally nothing, at least from what I've seen so far. Number 7, yeah, I didn't understand what it actually meant after I grew up, which I already apologized, but you're still bragging about it, and you don't see me making these disgusting jokes anymore. There's years of gap between back then and current. So, yeah. Like, you guys, oh god, if you guys heard the shit I used to say, it would be actually over for me, you know? I feel like most people here, we probably have that, you know, we probably look back and like, yo, we used to say a whole bunch of bad stuff, bro. Or that's probably even now for some of y'all, but come on, we have those moments. Let's not act like we're all angels. Yeah, see, look, thank you for admitting. Why do owners do this? Bro, why are there no more screenshots? Bro, stop donating me and just get off the stream, bro. Actually, just get out, bro. Just stop. If I'm being honest, I do not care anymore. I'm gonna play the game anyways. Well, I mean, I know that already. I just looking at all the situations with Forsaken, I realized that people don't give a shit about the actual, like, things going on behind the scenes. All they care about is their slop content and if it's still going or not. So, I mean, I think I already learned that. Who's in the wrong? We can't say that. We can't say who's in the wrong or if there is a wrong until both sides have came out. We can't make judgments. 127 viewers and only 15% uses the brain the correct way. Is there actually 115 or 27? Dude, I haven't looked at the view count this entire stream, and I assumed it was low as hell. Cause like, bro, why is the chat kind of slow, bro? I thought it was like low and I fell off. Never mind, bro. But anyways, I get this part. Or no, number 7, I mean. Are either of these are, I'm assuming they're relevant, right? The rest of the numbers, not just 6. You never bothered to talk to me, even though I'd be interested to fix the stuff between you and I again for the last time. Bro, what? At Mr.Domingo, I am begging, please tell Ryan to untie me out in his server. Who the fuck is Ryan, bro? Who the hell is Ryan? Alright, we need to continue, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm actually gonna, like, end it, bro. What do you mean? I don't know. But anyways, to Ozzel, if you don't have enough proof, if you don't feel you have a response to the issue, communication would have been beneficial in ending the matter, but no, he still chooses to lie to his followers to get a glimpse of the victim, presenting only 3 cropped photos as proofs. This guy says he has 300, so... Dude, shut up, bro. I'm looking at my chat, so stupid, bro. After this incident, Ozzel completely changed his account to another account with a different name, Azel BLS, thus avoiding the problem instead of taking responsibility. I mean, I know he had 2 accounts because he was talking about how like it kept on getting like Discord kept on like flagging it or something. So there could be a reason. I mean, wait, he created all 4 of these on the same day. What? Okay. So, bro, Los Appreciation Day. Okay, nice. Can we? Yes, we take this seriously. Yeah, that's a great comment. We need to take this seriously, guys. This is important stuff here. Are you giving me... I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and English is not my native language. Because of this, some parts of this document may contain repeated points, unclear wording, or unorganized... Or organized... Yeah, bro, I said... Yeah, whatever, bro. I'm convinced I have some sort of, like, undiagnosed issue. Alright, this is basically just, like... Oh, I'm out. Disclaimers. Outsiders? Very important. This document may mention several people or groups who are not originally part of the situation, such as Papercut and others. They are only included because Ozzel chose to involve them in the matter. From my perspective, he inserted himself into situations involving them and collected information and screenshots about me throughout those interactions. Okay. As a result, I found it necessary to mention these individuals and groups in order to explain the full context of the events and clarify how certain parts of the situation developed. Their inclusion is intended only to provide context and explain what happened. Dude, you know what I'm realizing? Is that this is the introduction. We're fucked. Hiding names. There may be some people who affected how I saw Ozzel, including people I met or previously his friends. What they shared played a part in how I understood the situation and how I started to see things. I'm not going to use their full names in this document. I'll just refer them in a different way, like using initials or something similar, but do not expose their identity. I'm doing this because I respect their privacy, and I don't think it's necessary to put their names out there just to explain what happened, unlike Ozzel, who mentioned the name of someone who helped us, even though there was no real reason to include them. I don't see a need to expose people who are not directly involved. Ozzel is just beyond saving, bro. Again, we need to make sure we gotta wait for their side, his side, to come out before we jump the gun to anything. As bad as it's starting, it's starting to look bad. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. But we need to, you know, gotta wait. Allegedly. Yeah, thank you. Allegedly. Very questionable people. I mean, I don't know. Just people in general on the internet who play Roblox. I'm your dad's best friend. Not asking for sympathy. Ultimately, I attempt. What? Jesus Christ! Oh my God. 8? Holy shit, dude. Like I've been depressed in my life. I've been at that point. But 8 times? Ooh, you gotta find friends, bro. You gotta find someone to talk to about that, dude. That's That's not okay in this. I mean, one attempt at all is not okay, but 8? Oh my goodness. That's I feel like after the second time you would learn, like, okay, this isn't, you know, worth it. This isn't like, Jesus Christ. That's, yeah, you got to talk to someone about that. I mean, I very well understand this feeling, but goddamn, yeah, that's a lot. But anyways, but all attempts failed and worsened my mental health. I had about my problem. I told him I tried to commit suicide many times since I was fired from Paper Cut. Is that a studio or group, I'm assuming? I haven't felt happy or experienced any dopamine since being let go of Paper Cut. Bro! What a dickhead, bro. Oh my god. Allegedly, this happened. Dude, I feel like after that first time you found out he was recording you, you wouldn't talk to him after that. Dude, if I was talking to my friend, I'm like, dude, I've been really suicidal lately, and they like recorded that and sent it to someone, I'm like, bro, I'm done with you. We're done, bro. Fuck you, you piece of shit. Van Braun, bro? Alright, bro, what? Who is it? Okay, yeah, bro. Yeah, maybe that's justified right there. Mr.Domingo Appreciation Day. Yeah, can we have that, guys? No. Okay. Super. Bro. All right, let me continue. The document may contain suicidal content. I'm not trying to play the victim or elicit sympathy, but what happened to me was devastating. Anyone in my situation might consider suicide as their last resort. I've been there, bro. Don't worry. I know what you mean, bro. Especially after losing a project they worked on for years. I've been there, bro. Don't worry. I was fired twice from projects I'd work on for over a year. One from Ozzel, a full year, and another from Paper Cut. I'm sorry, but 8 attempts just seems too far to be entirely true. I mean, what's the point of lying about that, though? 8? It seems like just an odd number to lie about. Bro! Yeah, whatever, bro. Yeah, one of the mods I pay can handle this. Right, mods? Who wants to be a mod, bro? But anyways, bro. You know, I understand what they mean. I understand this feeling when your only things have been taken away from you. You know, again, with YouTube. I understand it very much, bro. It's not a fun place to be in at all. It's one of the worst periods I've been in my life. There was nothing. So, I mean, I understand what you mean, bro. During that time, my GPA plummeted and I was on the verge of being expelled, which worsened my mental health in January 2026. I saw a psychiatrist for treatment. My condition improved, but in March 2026, my condition worsened. After I came to terms with what had happened, such as Ozzel exploiting me and hearing about other people's problems with him, this prompted me to write a document detailing my issues with Ozzel. So this is the one from April, right? This is the one from April. We can't have nice things anymore? What you mean anymore? We could never have nice things. People just don't know how to behave in life, so there's no normal. Prime pillar chase. Okay, bro. I absolutely do not recommend suicide. I think we should use a different word than recommend. I feel like you should say something more along the lines. dude, suicide is never the answer. Do not recommend suicide. And please bear in mind that this document is not intended to make the reader feel sympathy. Again, you know, we gotta wait until we hear both sides. Not recommended. 0 out of 5. Yeah. Statement for innocent developers, very important. Please do not associate Byte by Night with Ozzel or Ozzel with Byte by Night. I do not want anyone involved to receive harassment because of this. What do you mean? You look at this. Hashtag Byte by Night, hashtag or BBN, Byte by Night, hashtag Roblox, and it's Byte by Night's cover. I feel like you could have done this without mentioning Byte by Night at all. What do you mean? If you didn't want Ozzel to be associated with Byte by Night or Byte by Night to be associated with Ozzel, you just wouldn't do this. You would just put mega thread exposing, like you even said the owner of Byte by Night. Why is that important? Engagement. That's the only reason I could see. Like if this is purely about Ozzel, just he even puts him on the cover at least. But I mean, just don't even mention. Like you didn't even like hashtag Byte by Night, hashtag BBN, hashtag Roblox. I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, oh, I don't want the poor developers to be involved with this, but why would you just do just not put hashtag Byte by Night? Because they're gonna be involved now. I do like the master plan skin you made, yeah. I appreciate it. What's happening? We're covering this document. Yeah. Alright, that's kind of stupid, but anyways, let's continue. I was worried that I could end up damaging the work of people who had nothing to do with what happened. People who invested their time, effort, and passion into a project that was ultimately being led by someone who, in my view, was dishonest, manipulative, and unfair. 1 million Twitter views at the cost of everyone who works on Byte by Night. Yeah, I mean, if they didn't put hashtag Byte by Night, it would have gotten a lot less views, but I mean, it still would have gotten a lot of views. At least he's not Soul or an EDP. Yeah, at least, okay, it does say something about sexual content, so we'll get there. But so far, what we're reading, you know, luckily there's nothing along the lines with EDP type stuff. Or Soul. So, what frustrates me is that, what frustrates me the most is seeing that the same person now present himself to the world as if he's completely innocent, while portraying the people he hurt as if they were the ones who exploited him and treated him unfairly. Dang, that's a strong sentence right there. We delete Bond? Bro, you tell me that Bond guy is still here, bro? 8 times. Bro, alright. Why are you dragging it, bro? Is there something you need to say, bro? What? Alright, bro. Since Joseph is actually lazy, yo Yazy, you're getting a promotion, bro. But anyways, what about me? Should have said something, buddy. What's going on? We're just covering this document about Oswald Blocks. Allegedly. This is true. Allegedly. I don't even know why I just said that. This is true. Like, why did I even just say that? Alright, bro. We need to stay focused here. Yeah. Who is Oswald? Not important. I mean, I think I know who Oswald Blocks is. YouTube animator, developer. Ozzel is YouTube. or known owner Bite by Night. Yeah. Oswald became famous because of his kindness and gentle, understanding demeanor. Is that true? He became famous because of his kindness, gentle, and understanding demeanor. I feel like I thought what got him popular was the animations, right? I thought that's what got him popular. I know he's a big YouTuber. He has like a straight milli, right? Subs. It's the Gubby shorts. Actually, no, I think the Forsaken stuff came a lot later. He was doing like, I think the last I saw was the battle, like the strongest battlegrounds type content. Or something like that. It was some sort of fighting game. Also, speaking about Roblox fighting games, bro, I don't like them at all. But bro, Jiu-Jitsu, bro, and the custom like movesets are so cool. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. But anyways, became famous because, yeah, which made me feel comfortable talking to him when I was young. I was one of the people who helped him in the beginning of his animation career, especially with Blender animation. Dude. All I can say about him is that he loves asking his friends to make games for him. What games has he made? I wonder. I mean, obviously there's Bite by Night. I don't know what other games he's made or has been involved with. Don't bother with pubs and those type of games. Yeah, I used to play them with my friend. He'd be in the pubs. They were horrible. But anyways, why am I doing this? Who is Oswald not important when it's the main target of his document? Well, I feel like it's just like, oh, who, like, if you somehow don't know who Oswald Blocks is, even though you clicked on this doc and you're reading it, it's just like a background. I mean, I feel like this part is just not even like necessary. Everybody who clicks it knows, or why else would they be clicking it? Why am I doing this? For the past year, I haven't been able to feel at peace, kept blaming myself for everything that he did in 2025, and I genuinely felt like I was responsible for all of it. I tried so hard to stay quiet because I thought that eventually time would help me move on. But months passed, then an entire year passed, and I still couldn't move on. Dang, really? An entire year you couldn't move on? Actually, no, I can't talk. I'd be holding on to stuff for way too long. Started affecting every part of my life. I couldn't sleep properly. My mental health got worse. I even tried to take medication just to make things easier. I also did everything I could to keep my Twitter focused only on my work because I never wanted my account to turn into a drama. But after carrying this weight for so long, I realized there was only one thing left that might finally give me some peace speaking up. Hold on, I just need to check something real quick. A great start is getting the fuck off Twitter. Yeah. Like, I have been looking through Twitter now for a while. Like, I've kind of been using Twitter more and more, which is a bad thing. But, there's nothing good. It's like, I need to stop using it. I just needed to only post stuff and then move on. But, where was I? Alright, yeah, speaking up, I reached a point where I was struggling with constant self-blame, hurting myself, and even having suicidal thoughts. I knew I couldn't keep pretending I was okay anymore. He died? Is that Ed? Who is EID? Wanted to cancel Oswald at the time. I truly did after learning about the things he had done to other people. Well, what are they? What did he do to other people? I want to know. I was extremely angry. I went back and spoke with some of his former friends, and they showed me screenshots and videos of him insulting them and making... Oh, no. Yep. If we end up seeing those videos and screenshots, yeah, bro, it might be G's. I really hope it's not, bro. I really hope, bro. I really hope it doesn't become one of these situations, bro. You know, I really hope Ozzel's response is gonna be like, it's gonna be good, bro. I don't want to see him as this kind of, I like Ozzel Blow. I mess with him so, dude. I love the guy. I don't want him to see in this kind of light. I don't want him to see him in this kind of light. I don't want to, bro. I mess with him, bro. I don't want to see him like this. Hopefully, I can only hope, bro. I mean, I've done some fucked up things, bro, but never to that light. Maybe even angrier because of many of them were younger than he was. Oh God. Oh God. See, now we're going into here, bro. How old is he? I'm assuming he can't be. Actually, I think his bio said 18 once. Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear I could have like remembered seeing some shit like that. Also, it was between maybe 19 or 20. I mean, if they were younger than him. Oh yeah, his bio says he's 18, so they were younger than him. Allegedly. It's not good at all. Not good at all. Alright, but anyways, how much younger? Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get into that, bro. Jesus. But eventually, I realized that holding on to all the anger was only destroying me even more. I am not obsessed with Ozzel. I was simply caring far more than I could have handled. Everything that happened left me with emotional scars that changed me, and that's the reason I've been the way I am. To everyone who followed me because they only wanted to see my work, I'm sorry. I know this isn't what you signed up for. I just got tired of pretending that everything was fine when it wasn't. You can unfollow, but I won't stay silent for any longer. Imagine a family member reading this document. Dude, I know my somehow all of my family knows I have a YouTube channel now, so I'm actually scared about that. We've actually made it to the bottom of introductions. Guys, we finally made it past the introductions. Also already made a document months ago before this one was even made. Yeah, I know that. Somebody told me about that. So this isn't his first rodeo with this person. I think it's the same person, right? Yeah. So this was just the introduction, bro. It gets this is allegations chapter 5. Wait. Okay, bro. There's no time for jokes here, bro. This is allegations, proofs, and more. So we're gonna see proofs and allegations. One of 16. Wait, did it actually say that? Where does it say that at? Yeah, we might be chopped, bro. But anyways, chapter 5, the truth about Ozzel. Let's talk. When you scroll down, Am I tripping or do I not see that? But anyways, lies, mocking highly sensitive topics, swearing. Okay, I don't know if that's like something sensitive. Manipulation, NSF. Whoa, wait, hold on. NSFW, hold on. I'm checking this again because I checked it before and I didn't see anything, but I need to go back, have peepers open. Okay. Whoa, okay, that's sus. That's something he said that was, Jesus, oh God. Okay, nothing crazy, as in image-wise. Kermit the Frog hanging. This is a video? Hold on. What is this? All right. It's a... Huh?
I love how fucked Anna but still got no bitches. It is so sad to know that is gonna fuck Ozil now. Common Ozil L.
What the fuck was that? Okay. I know you guys heard that. It was just a text-to-speech. I didn't really even understand it. All right. Appears there's actually nothing that's like actually NSFW showed. I saw, okay, I'm gonna show you guys this. I saw this when I was scrolling down and yeah, bro, that's yeah, bro. We might need to learn some context about that. Yeah, bro, that don't look too good. Doesn't look good at all, actually. It looks really fucking bad and damning. Allegedly. We need to wait for the other side. Remember, even though this looks so bad, and I really don't want to believe it, bro, we need to wait for the other side before jumping the gun or making conclusions. Alright, let's continue with this. We need to stay positive, kind, respectful to all parties here. Okay. I'll combine the fact with my response to the document he wrote about me because he was afraid it would get out. So before you read anything, read Ozil's response first and then read this page? Okay. Okay. This was the response. This is the document in April, right? I think Nitro sent me a link to that. So what we're about to pull up is his response to another document they made a bit ago. So, bro. I'm actually about to like cry, bro. I be reading my chat and I see some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. Yep, and I just got leaked by Google. Thanks, bro. Can I open this? And Microsoft Edge, please? All right, also, I'm gonna just search it up because I'm really not trying to do all that. We need to find his, oh wait, here it is. He pinned it from April 9th. And it seems like it's the same exact thing. Interactions, like, oh god. All right, at least this one. It's about 1 page. Okay, yeah, it's not that bad. There's not that much here to read. Alrighty. Regarding YSH, which is the person who made the document we were just reading. This is Ozoblock's document responding. They said we should read this first for some context, so we're gonna read it. I'd like to start off by saying if there's anything I didn't cover or if anyone has any questions, I'll try my hardest to answer them. I'm currently traveling, so I'd appreciate everyone's patience. This is regarding my own old friend called YSH. For some reason, they're spreading rumors, lying, and trying to bring my image down. All of this for things that happened multiple years ago that we walked away from. All right. If this is something that happened a while ago and it was buried in the grave and then it was brought back out, it's low-key dickish to do that. But I mean, if it was already settled and everything, there would be no reason to bring it back up. I'm making this doc to clarify and make sure people know the truth. Everything I've said is the blunt and pure truth. YSH was a developer / friend that I met back in 2020? Wait, this whole thing goes back to 2020? What? Dude, I didn't even know that. I thought it was like not that like 1, 2, 3 years ago. That's 6 years ago, dude. Holy shit. If this is from 6 years ago and it was already covered up, like, or not covered up, it's weird. If it was already like, what's the word I'm looking for? Taken care of, I guess. There's no need to bring it back up in 2026, other than trying to ruin somebody's image. But anyways, after getting to know each other, I suggested that we make a horror game, and they could script it. After some planning, we attempted to make the game. Sadly, it never got anywhere due to barely having any progress being made and our inexperience at all at the time. Later on, I asked if YSH was interested in making a JJBA game. What is that? Oh, JoJo Bizarre. Yeah, okay. They were open and agreed to make it with me. So far, this all lines up to what we read. I was massively inexperienced at the time, so I wasn't able to contribute much besides marketing. Them and their friend Noff, which we heard in the other doc, were scripting / modeling for the game. After a while, basically the same thing happened. Development ended prematurely, not enough progress was being made. Once again, we had an idea to make a game about FPE, paper stuff, whatever it meant again. We were making nice progress, but I was in a car accident that resulted in a surgery on my spine. Damn, okay. My doctor instructed me to hold any type of job I have, rest, and take small steps. In addition to regular checkups for body exercise, I took a step back from development and formed YSH later on. I was feeling better and slowly returned to my daily life, only to find that I had been kicked off the development team when I asked for reasoning. Apparently, the modeler didn't like me, even though I'd never had a chance to meet them formally after a whole year. I talked to the modeler, Ed, about it. Ed told me this. The modeler, to me, and he lie. I wanted to meet you, but he never do that. I never hate you on first, and he delete that messages for take screenshot that and put on the document, and he deleted. All right, you know, English is not their first language, so you got to cut them some slack on the grammar. It's not like you can speak Spanish fluently. But I mean, this low-key like checks out. Whenever they were talking about how Ozzel wasn't doing anything for their game and shit. I mean, he was in a fucking car accident, bro, and had to get his surgery done on his spine. I think that's a pretty valid reason to stop working. And that'd be going against his doctor's wishes if he did otherwise. Regarding YSH, I'd like to personally apologize to YSH. I took a break abruptly during critical moments for development, even though I was already not contributing much. I am really sorry for that, but I was just scared for my life and stress was piling up on me because of the surgery. Me and Wisage already reached out on an agreement for the game because of my surgery. Alright, so yeah, they, I think this was the 50-50 split they could have been talking about, but maybe it was the raise. Alright, but also, I'm sorry, but you've been so lazy lately, I'm gonna have to kick you out of the project. The 50% is so unfair. You literally only play games, and I work all day. I usually work 16 hours, and you barely do anything a day. You'll still be an influencer, though. Your percentage will be decreased by 25%. I actually wanted to make a lot more games with you. I'm sorry, but that it's so true. Bro, if this was during when he had the surgery, I think you need to wait a minute before laying him off, but maybe I'm wrong. I think I understand. I've been useless and shit for the last week. You deserve the 75 cents. I'm sorry, but I'll still support you with Robux. I mean, he's literally showing proof here. I mean, he seems pretty. He seems respectful and understanding about the situation. You know, he understands that, you know, because of, you know, the circumstances, he couldn't really work on it, and he understands that why they're kicking him off and taking a percentage. So if you keep working with me and hire people when we need some, yeah. So far this all checks out. Other person's doc. Hot potato game, and I had a free bomb model from the toolbox as a placeholder. I specifically looked for any malicious malware or anything out of the ordinary. It was the only thing from toolbox that was in the game, excluding Roblox's Crosswords map. Then suddenly I get kicked with zero explanation, and why is he accused me of putting NSFW models in the game? Okay, so that's what they were talking about before in the beginning of the doc, whenever they were like, there was inappropriate models in the game, and then they got banned from Roblox. Oh, yo, that dude, I opened YouTube to open up my stream. That dude wasn't lying about the Pal Percy chase thing. I didn't even know what he was talking about. But anyways, suddenly get kicked with zero explanation. Wisage accusing me of putting NSFW models in the game. Oh, actually, before I even get, like, I don't, maybe they're gonna show it. I need to see if he puts anything that could, okay, no, we're almost at the end of it, by the way. All right, hot potato game, Roblox crosswords maps, then, yeah, we already read that. Oh, wait. Keep in mind, there are multiple people in the studio that could have. Okay, so they don't know who put the NSFW model, but they said it was Ozzel. You gotta take that with a tablespoon of salt right there. Regarding YSH, done it, and they single me out, even after I continuously prove to them that I did nothing. Now, after a year, they're accusing me of random stuff that I don't even know about. Everything I said in this doc is all the interactions I've had with YSH and the truth. Prior to deciding to make this document, I tried going to YSH DMs to ask them what was going on, and then I found out that all his messages were deleted, save for a select few. Proof in this. Right, so yeah, I mean, he did delete everything. Thank you for reading all the way to the end. I felt the need to make this is just to clarify and make sure no one lies about anything. Mostly got scared because of the deleted messages that they may try doing something. Yeah, why would you delete messages, bro? That's kind of sus. Like, that's kind of sus right there. Why would you ever, like, unless you're guilty, bro, why would you delete the message, bro? Like, come on. Bro has the battery saver mode on at like 80%. I'm just peeping that. Yeah, whatever you say, magic. Yeah, I'll be hopping on that. But anyways, now that we read his response Imagine we read the wrong thing. Another nothing burger allegation, I assume. Well, we don't know. We need to wait till both sides before making a conclusion. But anyways, let's continue on. I'm including links throughout the document to provide additional context and strengthen the points. By the way, we're back on YSH's doc and not Ozl's. I'm making most of the detailed evidence, screenshots, and videos placed in those links so that this page remains clear, focused, and easy to read. Earlier sections may seem less important on their own, but they were included for a reason. They provide the context needed to better understand the lies Ozl told and the things he later did. Does Google Docs have a dark mode? I hate staring at this white. This hurts my eyes. Everything in this document serves a purpose. If you only want the main story, you could skip the links and still understand the overall timeline. However, I recommend checking them whenever possible, as some contain videos of me being insulted, or along with screenshots and other evidence that haven't been shown elsewhere. It's another summary. To make a long story short, I never agreed to JoJo's project quickly. On the contrary, he kept bringing it up to me, and I kept refusing. Did you make a JoJo game? No, why? Oh, okay, I don't like JoJo. Later on, I see. Experience at the time. Oh, so this was from his doc right here. This paragraph. They were opened and agreed. Oh, wait. So that, look, okay, so this screenshot basically contradicts his doc we just read. Unless there was like some context we didn't get here. From 2021, damn. So what he said is that they were open and agreed to make it with me. However, this screenshot that they provide is them literally saying no. So that's fishy, bro. But anyways, after a while, basically the same thing happened. Development progress ended prematurely. Not enough progress was being made. Prematurely, not enough. There was over 200 proof that there was really good progress. What is, like, he said there was, or they said there were 300 proof on this document. What does that mean? Like, does it mean 300 pieces of proof? Because now he's saying there's over 200 proof. Does that, like, 200 pieces of proof that there was good progress on the game? Okay. This theory very much confusing. Yeah, I know. 2, I didn't suddenly kick Ozl out like he said. On the contrary, I apologized to him, brought him back into the project, and gave him part of my share. Where's the screenshot for that? I didn't suddenly kick. We know that, you know, you in that doc said, where's it at? I can raise your percentage if you keep working with me and higher. We need some. So it's not completely gone. The link? Oh, wait. Are these clickable links? Oh, wait. Are these... I'm clicking it. It doesn't... Oh, wait. Here we go. Oh. Oh! I see now. So... Okay, so they... Oh, those are the... That's what links the proof. Oh, okay, okay. I think I get it now. Oops. But yeah, it goes us to here. I'm sorry about removing you from the edit. I was clear the studio testers because there are some testers starting to join the game and playing without me asking. Yeah, it says apologizes. in okay, so yeah, they back that up. Number 3, I didn't kick Ozzel out of the hot potato game. Everyone was kicked out because my account got banned, and even after that, I continued working with Ozzel normally. This happened in 2022, not after 2024, as Ozzel claimed. Number 4, I'm not interested in Ozzel's game. I'm upset with him because he used me. But why? Okay, oh, wait, hold up now. Now that's talking about why they used the hashtag. Because he used me, but why I used hashtag bite by night? Because Ozzel has no hashtag and everyone knows him from Bite by Night. I used the hashtag in picture because all of his fans are there. And it was the only way to let people know. People who follow him see the truth. I did not mean to hurt the game. I don't know about that, because, I mean, even if you didn't post hashtags with your document, people would still see this, spread this, and it would catch on like wildfire regardless. I don't, like... I mean, obviously, it gained, it boosted it, but like, I feel like it was still would have spread like crazy. Number 5, the reasons I posted pictures of Ozzel in 2023 wasn't to dig up his past, but to prove why I was suspicious of him back then. I wasn't even present at the time. These are the groups, but when we're on calls, Ozzel makes jokes that annoy me until he stopped and apologized. That's why I brought up the topic of these pictures, because he kept saying in the document that he didn't understand anything about these meanings. Oh god, there's a lot here. Number 6, Ozzel only submitted 3 pages and contacted me. All right, hold on, guys. I'm getting interrupted right now. All right, my bad. But anyways, where was I at? Number 6 here. Ozzel only submitted 3 pages and contacted one of my friends, Ed, who told me that I didn't let them get to know each other, even though there are pictures and messages, and I let them talk to each other. Even when Ed messed up, I stood up for him, took responsibility for the B tools issue. So the idea that I manipulated Ed despite the pictures proving that I said I trusted Ozzel is unconvincing. Dude, my throat's getting dry. Number 7, Ozzel kept saying that I was trying to hide something and about the deleted messages, even though he remembers that the detailed messages were an attempt to fix things, but they were deleted because I wanted to start fresh. Okay. This was because I kept reading them after he told me that he had taken advantage of me. I deleted it in January 2026. Are they trying to do something, as you saying? Okay. Oh god. Well, yeah, bro, we do not. This is where it gets horrible, bro. This is where things start getting rocky, bro. Yo, okay, bro. This is where things start getting bad, bro. Ozzel accused me of never adding Ed to the group and tried to get Ed to repeat the same claim as if I wasn't planned on, or if I wasn't planned or fabricated, or if it wasn't, sorry. The evidence included in the document was 3 screenshots. Most of them were cropped or edited when I confronted Ozzel and told him that he was taking advantage of his followers' trust. He calmly replied that there was no lies in the document. I'm not going to claim right now that the entire document is false, but I'll leave that up to you to decide. What? Section 1, though. Come on. I was accused of removing Ozzel from the project on May 1st, 2024 because of his actions. However, there are screenshots proving that Ozzel was still a part of the project throughout May and even into June. He deliberately cropped the screenshots to hide the messages we were discussing the game's passes and their prices, making it appear as if the conversation had ended there. And there's so many messages I was talking about the game with him after May. Does anybody think this is real? I'm sure it's real, but there may be it's like gaps. Also, I don't know what the fuck is playing. Oh, this is, I thought like the playlist went somewhere else. I did not know this was still Delta or Undertale or Toby Fox. Like, bro, I've never heard this in my life. You gotta read it first? Yeah, we are nowhere near finishing. Oh God. I don't think I need to go into this because I feel like this is true. Plus he provides screenshots, so it's probably true. He deliberately, oh wait. I literally just read this. Like this comment, I tried going to, oh yeah, see this right here is from Ozzel. Ozzel never contacted me while I was trying to reach out to him at all at the time. It got to the point where he'd see my messages and mark them as seen. When the, oh God, when the big problem arose, Ozzel didn't bother at all. He chose to edit his messages as if he didn't know about the R34 issue. Even though he had previously spoken about it in a sexually explicit manner? Bro, I didn't got your account banned or account deleted. What do you mean? I remember the bomb game that we were gonna make, but I never added any R30 or R63 model. Oh, so then this is where he, oh, so this is where he changed it. This is afterwards. I never added any weird model. I mean, I don't really think it changes much. Bro, okay. Roblox free toolbox bomb model. That was April 9th, 2026. Oh, and then here's this screenshot. Which, I mean, it's not, it's like, I mean, it's bad. But like, I feel like it's not that bad. I mean, it's like weird. But like, it's not damning. I'm assuming that's just like a poorly landed joke or something along the likes. Never allowed him to contact Ozzel, and Ozzel repeated the same claim, saying he had always wanted to talk to Ed, but that I kept refusing. In reality, there are messages proving that I never stopped them from communicating. In fact, I wanted them to stay in contact. Every developer who worked on the project was able to communicate with Ozzel. Okay. Was also accused of manipulating Ed in order to make himself look innocent while making him look controlled. However, one of Ed's own messages shows him trying to provoke me and yelling at me in an attempt to paint me as the manipulative or bad person. This happened on April 25th, 2026 at around 11 p.m. when they forced me into a group chat without my consent just so they can insult me. Damn. Okay. Why is he so like lenient on getting him into the call, bro. I even installed OBS, so I can't record your voice again. Like, bro. Ed is defending Ozzo more than defending himself, and at first Ozzo claimed that I wasn't responsible for causing problems with my old friends. After I showed him screenshots proving otherwise, he admitted that he had nothing to do with it. Despite that, he blocked me because of the other people who didn't do anything with our issue. Anyway, even though he had already said it wasn't his business. Didn't use the assets for the paper cut game. The devs claims you told them to remove the assets after the argument. Is that correct? So are you talking about this? Through screenshots. Something about my build's bad way. That's none of my concern. Sadly, it's your development, not none. So far, this thing had this. We haven't even gotten to the middle of it yet, so I can't say anything. So far, this hasn't been that bad. But even Ed is telling him that I'm using his work without his permission, even though I had asked his permission beforehand to use his work in my game, and he fully agreed. Well, I mean, he said why. Also, can I add your models in the game? I have to take a permission from you first. Okay. I mean, it's just saying okay. It's not really like yes or no. It's just okay. I'm assuming. Actually, nah, never mind. Scratch what I just said. I'm an idiot, bro. Let me search student base. Okay. Also claim that I wouldn't call it fully agreed. I mean, I don't know, because again, English is not their first language, so it could. I don't know, bro. I'm assuming that he was fine with it at the time. That we already had a bomb model before that, so there was no reason to look for another one. Most of the people in the group were very young, and some of them didn't know what R63 or NSFW content was. Wait, what the hell is R63? Is that something completely different that I know? I don't know that. What the fuck is R63? I know what R64 is, or 34. What the fuck is R63? NSFW models? Oh. Okay. I'm not blaming him here. It's the NSFW term for Roblox? Oh. Is whatever playing in my ears? Dude, this is okay. Yeah, see, now it's not even. This is from fucking Amori, bro. Get back on the playlist. I need to add like the entire playlist. It's only like an hour and 40 long. Wait a minute. Where am I? Oh, yeah, we're right here. One of the developers from the project accused Oliver of giving the idea to place the model in the game so he could look at it himself. This is just one example of Ozzo's inappropriate and discriminatory behavior. Even regarding the JoJo project, Ozzo referred to work that other people had spent days and hours creating as short development. As if he was mocking their efforts. Well, I wouldn't say it's mocking their efforts. I think that's a pretty big jump. He himself admitted that he barely did anything, considering those people helped him with the project. I mean, yeah, we've already seen this where he's like, oh wait, never mind, this is something different. Wait, what? This is an entirely different thing. From 2023? What the fuck? But what? Dude, oh. Dude, imagine this is the same game I played. I played a JoJo game with my friend once, and there was like, with like the stands and stuff. Oh, dude, I'm tripping, dude. That dot is Ozzel. I forgot, dude. I forgot. That's his account was that after he abandoned it. His Discord. Oh shit, my bad. Hold up. Dude, I didn't even know. I didn't even realize the dot was there. Well, this document doesn't have to do with Bite by Night itself. This document has nothing to do with Bite by Night. This is about just Ozzel, brother. This has nothing to do with Bite by Night and just Ozzel. Not the developers, not the game, not the staff, but just him. So this is just showing how it's just really this YSH person who's doing all the work here. What the fuck? Okay, I don't think I need to cover all of this. I really don't think I need to, like, this is just proof, you know, this is just like, you know, the quote unquote short development. That does look like a good amount of development. Exploitation. Wait, actually, we need to go back up for a second. Sexual harassment? Am I tripping? Section 1 was sexual harassment. Where does that happen at? Am I tripping, or does that not happen? I mean, I see this, but that's not really like, maybe I'm missing something, bro. Maybe I'm tripping, bro. Maybe I'm tripping. To me, that don't really seem like much. Did just exploit most people, was the people I knew. Right, we've already basically read this. Well, not this, but like stuff adjacent to exploitation. I didn't want Robux for money anymore. I thought it was over, but this incident left me with a complex about working with people because he didn't fire me, not from just one or two projects. Bail? What the heck is bail? Bail fired me from every project I worked on for years, so of course I'm annoyed when it comes to me at the end. Dude, this fuck ass song in the background is distracting me, bro. It's so stupid. But anyways, okay, dude, I'm not even trying to just like I'm just trying to read it for myself at this point. I'm just trying to like understand. I'm not even trying to like just like. But I wanted to clarify that I was also kicked out of the project I was working on, and you were too. Both of us were at fault, not just one person. So it's best to explain. It was just a misunderstanding because you showed my username in PFP, and that caused me to be banned in the server I use frequently. I could have explained the matter to people, but I Preferred not to damage the reputation of either party and try to speak with you in DMs. I mean, so far this situation, like, it's, I don't know. This is like, out of all the situations I've covered, it's like the least. All the other ones were like real crimes being committed. Bro, this, okay, we're skipping, bro. This song is even stupider than the last. Dude, they're okay, bro. They're all fucking stupid. I'll just have to accept that, bro. Rock me, dude. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Jesus Christ. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. That's why I put on Toby Fox's shit. So I could have something in the background without receiving thousands of copyright strikes. But anyways, let's continue on this. Manipulating. Just to make up with Ozzel, I deleted them because I felt like he didn't deserve all this, because I was tired of reading them. I read them a million times to the point that I memorized every word. I wanted to sleep peacefully because of the trauma was still too much for me to recover from after a whole year. Although he actually remembers what happened and what I was trying to offer him, he used it as a fact that I deleted to hide something so he could use it against me. Ozzel repeatedly tried to place the blame on me. For example, he claimed that I was the one who made our friendship become distant because I hadn't contacted him for 8 months. However, only a few months earlier, Ozzel had reached out to someone he hadn't spoken to in over 2 years, yet he never blamed that person the way he blamed me. Once I realized it became clear to me that the issue wasn't the lack of communication. He was simply wanted to cut me off. He wasn't upset because I hadn't talked to him. He was upset because I had came back after he had no longer needed me. He also claimed that I was irresponsible. Responsible for our friendship becoming distant, even though he was the one saying he didn't want to continue our friendship anymore. There was also times when he ignored my apologies, even though I reached out to him multiple times. I never understood why he kept blaming me. The constant accusations eventually made me blame myself. By January 2026, I genuinely believed everything was my fault, and the guilt became overwhelming because people kept blaming me for things I don't believe happened the way that they were being described. 2 years later, Ozzel finally admitted that both of us had made mistakes, but only after everything that had already happened by then. I'd already reached the point where I needed medication because of the stress I'd been under. The entire experience also left me with a lasting anxiety about working with developers and YouTubers. Evasion? What? Everything changed once he realized I was planning to speak publicly. He knew I had been one of the people most affected by his actions. And that is when he suddenly claimed that he had accidentally discovered my deleted messages. That explanation doesn't make sense because he had already seen my earlier message where I blamed myself. He later claimed that he wanted to contact me but decided not to after seeing the deleted messages and instead chose to publish his document. That justification was difficult to believe. Even countries with serious conflicts don't choose the most extreme option without attempting communication first. The first person who tried to re-establish contact with me was not Ozzel. I gave him, an opportunity to talk, but instead he blocked me for other people who don't do anything with our situation. It seemed like he had very little to use against me, so he involved people from my old friends instead. Yeah, it's kind of fucked, like trying to gain more information or more dirt. Because, oh, trust me, I have a lot of dirt myself. Hopefully that never gets out there. To conflict between countries. I don't know. I was like, I had that thought in my head too. I was like, what does this have to do with anything? Okay. When Oswald told me he had screenshots that could get me in trouble, I told him that it sounded like taking responsibility for what he had said. He shifted the blame to his lawyer. To this day, I still don't understand the lawyer's role. It felt more like an imitation. You know what I mean. Not imitation. Intimidation tactic. I'm sorry. Than a genuine legal process. Also kept saying that he had wanted to resolve everything, but that his lawyer wouldn't allow it. Who is bro's lawyer? Which only made me wonder who was actually making the decisions. Dude, it's not Roblox. All right, we need to keep in mind that this isn't Roblox Bite by Night drama. This is Oswald. Not Bite by Night. This has nothing to do with Bite by Night besides the fact that he's the owner of the game. On April 3rd, 2026, near the end of the day, also claimed that he had an important meeting while he was actively playing Roblox. It felt like he was deliberately delaying the situation because he didn't want to delete the document. Even after he eventually agreed to remove it, I asked him to also publish a clarification. He refused, saying that if he simply deleted the document without explanation, his followers probably wouldn't notice. So far, not even half the document, and somehow we went over alleged sexual harassment that did not look like... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about that too. I'm like, maybe I'll talk about that again. But like, they said like sexual harassment and like there was nothing really. So I'm still wondering on that, because that to me seemed like, oh god, once we start talking about this, it's gonna be over. But like, there wasn't really anything. To be fair, there wasn't. I don't know if I missed something or what. I wouldn't call it a nothing burger drama, but there was like kind of nothing. I mean, I don't know, bro. My brain kind of melted. I know what you mean, bro. Same here. An actual Bite by Night drama document would include their beef with Grimworks. Bite by Night had beef with Grimworks? Dude, I remember hearing about that game when I was a young pillar chase boy. First getting my footing in Roblox. Yeah, this is kind of seeming like, if I were to pick a side right now, actually, I don't know if I should say that. Picking a side? I don't know if I should pick a side. But like, I feel like if I were to believe one or another, so far it'd probably still be Oswald in this situation. I don't know. I just feel like it has like they do provide screenshots to things, but those things aren't really like mad insane. What would be crazy is if let's see, this so-called, wait, where was it at? Am I tripping? This so-called lies, sexual harassment, and there was kind of NSFW with the models or whatever, but where was this at? The sexual, this is what, like, I really, like, maybe I'm missing something, bro. Maybe we'll get into that. Maybe that's somewhere in these pages. I'm quite curious on that. Fuck, now I forgot where I was at. I think it was around here. Oh yeah. On April, I actually did. Oh no, we were somewhere in here. Wait, what? By that point, Oswald knew the situation had seriously affected me. Publishing a clarification would likely have resulted in criticism towards him for acting too quickly and allowing people to attack me and even send death wishes over things I never did. Bro, I don't get humans on Twitter, bro. And this is like people around me because I play Bite by Night, I play Roblox, ASIMs, I make videos. Like, bro, who has like nothing to do in their life? So they go and like send death wishes to people. Like, how much free time do you have on your hands to just like, oh, I read something about this. Yeah, kill yourself, dude. Fuck you. You piece of shit. Why am I seeing Toon Souls in the chat, bro? Why are we talking about Toon Souls? There are no human in Twitter. They are all bots. Dude, all right, off topic here, but there's this video by Joe Bartolozzi where it's like he was reacting to in like a dead internet theory, and it went kind of crazy. I just wanted to say that because it was cool. But anyways, death wishes, things I never did. Instead of correcting the record publicly, he chose not to address it. That's kind of fucked. If you were getting death threats, he probably should have said something like, hey guys, clarification here. He probably should have, if this is true, allegedly. But again, we need to wait for his side before making any conclusions. Section 5, manipulating the timeline. Wait, what? Oh wait, no, this is the thing I clicked on. Manipulating the timeline. Oswald also altered the timeline of events. He claimed that the bomb game incident happened after the FPE game, when it had actually taken place years earlier in 2022. This is important because it creates the false impression that I left him because of the bomb game incident. In reality, I stayed with him long after that happened, changing. He's only misrepresents what actually occurred. They prove they should. Wait, what? Oh God. I think we might have spoke too soon, guys. Uh-oh. I think the next page will start to get into more of that. I always be speaking too soon, huh? We already clicked on this audio as the weird, like... Oh, wait, no. We need to go back to here. Ableist swearing. Also tried to bring up the topic of his injury, saying he was in an accident and hurt, and that I didn't care. When I was just now sending to Oswald, I told him that I actually did care about the matter. Oswald was making fun of something I was bullied a lot about. Something I told him repeatedly, including my broken English. Oswald used to can't come for me, but when our conflict began, he discarded our friendship and completely shifted. He began using my insecurities against me, sarcastically telling me to go fix my English, even though he knew that this was a deeply personal struggle that had affected my life. He treated it as nothing more than a joke. From 2023. Watch a depressed person doing a cool trick. Okay. Is it? Okay. My IRL friend right now. Oswald mocks someone suffering from depression with GIF. That one? The Kermit the Frog hanging? Oswald mocks his ex-girlfriend's depression. This is bad. This is like a dickhead thing. Like, this is a dickhead thing. But again, this was from like years ago, so like I don't know, bro. If you saw me 3 years ago, I would be on some evil ass shit. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it wrong here. How bad are the ads on YouTube? I've seen a couple people talk about it. I have, like, ever since October, I pay for YouTube Premium now. I haven't received an ad ever since, but like, dude, people be saying they're horrible. Every 1 second? Bro, if it's every 5 minutes, that's YouTube and not me. I haven't changed anything on my ad settings ever since I was able to run ads. Whatever they're doing, bro, is not me, bro. Is there an issue going on? Bro has ads set to extreme. I mean, hey. I would. Live streaming on Twitch, dude. If I went back to, okay, this is totally like, this has nothing to do with this topic at all, but back on Twitch, if you were watching me during the Twitch days, you would actually get 8 ads. You would get an 8 ad break, bro. It was horrible. Dude, Twitch was actually garbage. And that was only the middle of it. That was only the middle of the road. If I wanted to go too high, it would have been over. There'd be like 1 minute of stream within your hour of ads. All right, but anyway, let's get back on this topic. Section 7 threats. Yeah, we saw this would be a big problems for you. You said your lawyer says it's fine, and what are you talking about? There's new stuff from people that's keeping me updated about your behavior. Okay, so it's like would you call this a threat? I mean, it's like alluding. It's like it's a half-baked threat. It's like alluding to something. Oh, you don't want to do this. Just saying, something like that. Racism. Oh God, no. See, yep, we're cooked, bro. All right. Section 8, racism. Ozzel kept saying N-word jokingly in calls with his friends, which made me think it was just a joke and that it didn't have any meaning, especially since I didn't understand English. Oh God. Well, is there proof of this happening? Because this one doesn't have any proof. So I don't think I can believe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people lie about everything, so it wouldn't be crazy. But I'm not seeing proof here. And this one would be a big thing. People would like... Actually, I don't really think racism is taken that seriously anymore. Like, there's so many YouTubers I've watched that has like a clip of them saying the N-word and like it hasn't affected them at all. So I'm not saying it's not bad, but yeah. Notice how section 8 is so short. It's definitely a lie. See, if section like this is like a big thing, like racism, you know, if they had they have proof on all this other stuff, but when it actually starts, wait. Okay, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't speak too soon because that third document tab had some warnings again, so we might need to reread. Even though Ozzel knew its meaning and was saying it jokingly, he would respond in a way that showed he understood everything he was saying. Wait, where did we even... Holy shit. it said sensitive sexual details, but like there wasn't really anything sexual. It was just like the mention. We'll read it. We'll read this one like part of it. But after like this point, then that's where I cut off. Maybe there's something in here. I was working a small road trip of my own. After I mentioned it to Ozzel, he offered to help. I did not mind, and the fact I appreciated that offer. The only thing I asked was if another person could join us, well, because I needed help with the models. 4 of us working. I'm gonna try to like just skim through this because I don't like. I mean, I don't think there's anything really crazy because I'm really only focused on like the Ozzel parts. Just talking about the game. I'm assuming this is all just going to lead up to the game, and the model or whatever it was, the inappropriate model is then getting banned. Okay, here we go. A strange model placed in the middle of the game. I started looking at the model. I was so young at the time. I'm assuming young at the time, and one of my friends and Ozzel was around the model looking at the model too. The model contained explicit sexual anatomy. She had long hair and nipples. What? Were they nude or did they just have like like what do you mean? Like proof? I mean, then again, there's not really an image of the model here. There's something here, but I think that's about something else. Yeah, they said R63 or whatever it's called. I didn't even know what that meant until like 20 minutes ago when I asked about it. Ozzel was like 15 to 16, and so it was expected of him to do edgy stuff. Oh yeah, I haven't, dude. Yeah, if Ozzel's 18 now, which he's like, also that's kind of weird thing about me and him are basically the same age. I'm almost 18, but I mean, shit. At 2020, bro, I wasn't really doing anything, but like, I was an idiot. I look back a lot and realize how horrible and disgusting and stupid I am. So, I mean, we all have those moments as teenagers. So, I'm 19, you don't sound young. I've gotten that before. People are shocked when I say I'm 17 years old and not 32. I don't look the part though. A few hours later, I received a moderation notice. At first, I thought some kind of mistake. Then I saw that my punishment on my account has been permanently terminated. The account had been with me for years. It contained my work, my codes, my history. Dude, you know what I just realized I could do to Joseph? Okay, actually, I'm not even gonna make that joke because that's just not even funny, bro. Okay. I contacted Roblox and attempted to appeal. The response I received made it clear that the account had been terminated for violating platform policies. What? All right, the joke I was going to make is go into the Domingo Funhouse game and then like add a model and then get you banned and me banned. That would have been funny, right? Would have been hilarious. Wouldn't be able to play Rainbow Six Roblox. Hold on, let's click this. I don't know if it's going to take me to a different like post, so I'm like just block it out. Bro, Nitro, stop, bro. Why I doubt Ozzel. Wait, this is a different doc. Hold on. Oh my god. There's 30 different images in here. Hold on. I need to go through them. Okay, well, guys. Well, guys, I don't think they were lying about that sexually explicit stuff, guys. Uh-oh, this is not good. I'll show you guys just the first screenshot I opened. I don't know the context of this at all, but this doesn't look good in the slightest. Yeah. I'm gonna be careful on when I click these. I doubt these are fake, but again, we need to wait for his response before. Bro, open it. Dude, oh God. Guys, I totally retract my statement about how there's nothing oh my. Oh gosh. Guys, this is not looking good. He said all that as a minor? I mean, that doesn't really like... That doesn't really like make things different. That's like saying if I did something disgusting right now. I mean, yeah. Is it stupid? Okay. I mean, okay, I'm starting to see it now. I know this looks bad, but like, for somebody being 15, I kind of get it. If that makes any sense at all. Like, they're not really like, they're not trying to be like serious, but like, it's weird, but like, you see what I mean though, right? If this is from 2023, that's 3 years ago, he would have been 18, 15. So like 15-year-old making an edgy joke like this, like I kind of get that. But there's 32, so I hope not all of, I don't know if all of them are going to be bad, bro. What is this? All right, it's just him saying, I love feet. Okay, that's nothing crazy. Okay, this is kind of sus. Should I, can I show? Yeah, I can show this. It's just some thighs. There's this. I mean, it's literally just a screenshot of this. I don't know the context of this. But yeah, there's that. Like, this stuff is weird, but like I don't think he means it literally, because like my best friend, he be saying some gay ass shit like that, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. He used to say some horrible things. He's saying, don't deep fry your balls, kid. That's not crazy. It's just like, bro, who said like this is obviously just like a joke at this point. Like, he's not trying to be like a creep with this, unless there's something that we end up clicking on that is. Okay, well, you guys. Okay, well, this isn't really sexual content, but yeah, there's that. There's a swastika image thingy. Okay. This is yeah. I mean, I'm praying that it's still just like a poorly made joke. But yeah. Okay, this is literally just I'm not showing that. That's okay. That's Is this weird? Yeah. Uh-oh. Yep, GG's, the stream's fried. Uh-oh, my internet's dead. Great. Yo, the internet's dead. Yep, GG's, it's over. If you guys hearing this, the stream crashed. Oh my god, bro! Is it back? Yo, I thought the stream done crashed. Why are you showing that? You're gonna just stream demonetized? Bro. My stream's not gonna get demonetized for showing words, bro. My internet just had a stroke, bro. But luckily, oh. Is it happening? Okay, no, I thought it was happening again. Where was I at? There was swastika. Yeah, hold on. I need to refresh this thing. Can you guys even hear me? Oh. What the hell is happening? These fucking assholes, bro. Great, bro. Like, actually amazing. I love it. Yo, I actually just love it when my stream decides to have a stroke, dude. That's just like the best. That's just like the you know, just the best moments of my life. It's whenever just the stream just has a stroke. It's like, yep, and the viewer count dropped to 40. Yep, great, we're chopped. We fell off. That's nice. That's cute, bro. We were DDoSed. Hold on. Let's continue from where we left off. Okay, I need to find. Swastika, that thing, NSFW, girls kissing. Bro, why is this put in here? I've literally used this GIF before. That's just the Doom guy shaking cheeks, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. Why did my headphones just make a noise? What the heck? Bro, that's not, there's nothing wrong with that GIF, bro. I've used that GIF before. It's just the Doom guy throwing cheeks, bro. Okay, that one's kind of sussy, but like I can tell it's a joke. I'm not gonna show that. Okay, well, there's a lot of corn I'm looking at right now. Muted? Wait, am I muted? Hello? Am I muted? What you mean muted? There's a lot of corn I'm looking at right now, and yeah, bro. Yo, I'm about to ban everybody who's saying you can't hear me, you fucking liars. Yo, I think this is actually a real thing, by the way. I know he used it to like be funny, hashtag racist, hashtag blah 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 blah, but I think like, isn't it just, it's just black in Spanish. It's lagging? Yo, what do you mean, bro? Come on, bro. Dude, I swear I might be getting DDoSed right now. What is this? I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's just like a whole bunch of black marbles. Yo, okay, wait, me and him might be similar, bro. Guys, I don't want to open up to my past, but back then, I used to joke about this a lot, bro. If you don't know Animan Studios, you probably don't need to know. But I used to joke about that stuff a lot, bro. There's no way my stream is lagging. It says I have 0 dropped frames right now. You can't ignore me forever, twin. I always come. What do you mean? I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. What do you mean? All right, like, Like, this is weird, but like, it's literally just him being edgy. That's what it is.
I love how fucked Anna but still got no bitches. It is so sad to know that is gonna fuck Ozil now. Common Ozil L.
I just say, dude, I'm really glad my screen's not showing. There's literally just straight up corn. Like, I'm not gonna show them, but like, you can tell these are used in a joking manner. I'm gonna be honest and real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Me and my friends used to be like, me and my friend group be sending stuff like that too. So I get it. I get it. Like, when I say I was horrible back then, I mean it, bro. Bro, why are you looking at that? Read the room, dude. I'm sorry, my bad. Is it weird? Yeah, but like, once you're older and you reflect on it, you realize this is a dumb thing to do. Edgy humor. It's just literally being edgy as a teenager. I think we've all been there. Yeah, I don't think we need to read the... Okay, I'm off of that now. We're back to the main doc. This is just all the things about the JoJo game and whatnot. This is what happened at 2025. Injustice red flags. Means post where I was subjected to mistreatment and insults. If you don't like it, you can leave this page. Bro, this fuck ass song playing right now. Yeah. Actually, hold on. Before I do this, let me double scan. I'm taking no chances after my predicament with YouTube. Actually, I don't really like... It talks about mocking English again, which we already covered that. Like, mockery, manipulation, we already covered those two things. I don't know if this entire thing is even necessary, really. Wait, what is this? Actually, I don't even know if I want to like show that, because I feel like YouTube's AI bot would think that's NSFW and ban me. All right, but there's this. I think this might be interesting. Warning: bad words. I still don't like Miss Circle. It looks like a fat bitch, and her ass foolish showed up. And what? Miss? Okay, maybe this isn't important. What am I? Her legs to be a big. She only needed a rework for her arms and her hair. Why do we really need to make Miss Circle too fat? It's not in the story like that, and that's why I saw the remodel. I said Miss Circle really looked like R63. I don't say what? Ed's model. Old model, the new model. What's wrong with the new model? You're saying the new model's fat? Am I tripping? What's wrong with it? There's like, am I tripping? There's like, if anything, it's more of an like, they're basically the same exact thing. What do you mean fat? There's literally barely any difference besides they're just slightly bigger. I don't get it, bro. It looks exactly the same, just slightly larger. Why am I seeing the words Altaz being brought up? Wait, what is this? The thighs became more swollen and her breasts became What? I'm not gonna show this, but it's just basically like a line between her legs. That's it. I'm not showing that because I don't want Roblox or YouTube to think it's NSFW or anything. We covered that. Covered the apologies. Okay, that's good. He reconnected. Breaking the trust again. Wait a minute. Is that an AC/DC concert? Yo, is that AC/DC, bro? Oh wait, these are links. Hold on now. Actually, no, let's read this. Ed recording a video of me. I pulled Ed into a private call because we were on a public call in some random server. I started complaining to Ed about Ozil. How stupid he was, how he was a pervert, how he was racist, and so on. I guess you call him a pervert, I guess. Yeah, actually, never mind. Take that back. Yeah. Allegedly. Wimpang gave him the videos to use against me. Dude, why would you talk to this guy ever? So there's actually, okay, they provide videos. We might need to turn off the music for this. There's actually videos here. They're on Metal, bro. Get me off. The clip has expired or no longer exists. Okay, what about video number 2? Surely that one's still there. Okay, this one's here. All right, pause the music for a second. Am I gonna get leaked? Am I getting leaked by anything here? No. Let's full screen it. Actually, let's scan it first. I don't want, it looks like they're just in Roblox Studio.
Well,
Jesus, that scared me.
So when I told him, hey, can we forget, and I delete all my messages saying bad stuff
I don't think
to
the
him,
video's
saying
important.
like, why
I don't think I need to show the video. It's just like Roblox.
you used me and blah blah blah. He changed his words yesterday from R63 into weird models. So he know I will cancel him after that. Okay?
Also, by the way, if you're lost, this is hold on, let me pull this back up. If you're lost in what we're listening to right now, this is what was the YSH pulling Ed, another guy who worked on the game, into a call to talk about Ozil, all right? Context. Back to it. Where was it? All right.
So I think he know I'm watching document about it's
Okay, this is like 9 minutes long. I think we need to play this in a bit faster.
okay, it's too long. Yeah, so look what I bought. Oh my god, what is that? Look. Yeah, I made this room with my friend. This is you. We're gonna add you in the game.
What does this have to do with anything?
Yeah, we finished this area. Me and the home finished this area. Yeah, you know. I bought it today, by the way. It's really amazing. Okay, I'll give it.
I mean, the video is literally just Roblox Studio dev work.
It was R63. Like, I
Oh,
can't
okay, here
work
we
on this
go.
document. I was work on this document, okay? And guess what? The word was R63. Like, I can't fake that, by the way. I can't fake it at all. Like, if I go into like some website that's telling you if this photo is fake or not, they're gonna tell you this photo is true. Like, it's not fake. He changed it and turned it into weird model. And he was
Yeah,
keep
we saw
saying
that.
some weird stuff. For example, he was keep saying, he told the situation wrong, as I remember. It was remember you living in Ghost Me on the ends. You at random ass developer. He was meaning the developer who didn't get paid. That's he meaning you, by the way. Wanted to work for you, but has someone had bad affection on me. Why are you saying random ass developer as Ed?
I'm really trying to understand, but it's kind of hard because, you know, the English is broken. Trying my best to understand what he's saying here.
Why are you saying bad stuff to you? Okay, so by the way, this is true. I didn't fake it. Here. What is it? Did he delete it too?
All right, so this is just basically just talking about like the stuff. This is basically just talking about the stuff we already covered. I don't think this is really necessary to listen to all that. We kind of already covered that. It's just him talking about the stuff. All right. Sorry about that. Let's play the shitty ass music again. Never mind. I guess. Actually, let's just not. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, let's just not play it. Okay. In one of the videos, in the moment of anger and frustration, I expressed to people my desire to cancel Ozzel. Yep, we covered that already. But I ultimately decided to not complete the document after this VC call because I was apprehensive about the idea of publishing it. Even though I was... How come your chat is so tiny? Because I want it to be. There, how about that? When I talked to Ed and confronted him about why he was posting something like that, he tried to play dumb and pretend he didn't know anything. But when I showed him the pictures that Ozzel had sent me with the videos, he started saying, oh, I have school weight, I have this, I have that, blah, blah, blah. My voice, your voice, yes. What are you talking about, my voice? I didn't use Discord this 2 days, so I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I mean, did you share my voice to the FPE and Ozzel? Like, no part, I'm not, what? Alright, okay, so he basically confronts him about lying about this, shows the proof and everything. And then once he's confronted with, he's just like, give me a moment. I'm busy, I'm really busy right now. So what the fuck is going on with Bite by Night? This entire situation has nothing to do with Bite by Night. Again, it's nothing to do with Bite by Night. This is between the owner and their past friends. And again, it's important to wait until Ozzel's response before making conclusions on this entire situation. Again, like I said 1,000 times already. Holy clickbait sigh. Who the fuck are you talking to, bro? Threats. Think we already... You really gotta change the title? What do you mean? Let's talk about the Bite by Night situation. This, I mean, hey, don't shoot the messenger. They literally titled this hashtag Bite by Night, hashtag BBN Roblox, put the cover of Bite by Night, exposing Ozzel, the owner of Bite by Night. This entire document has nothing to do with Bite by Night, even though it's all in here, this entire thing, change it to say no Bite by Night. But this is what it is. They're not changing it to just say Oslo. They're changing it. They're Bite by Night. It's a Bite by Night situation because now, since they did this, all of Bite by Night is now involved. We're involved. So. $20. Oh, hold on. Maybe we need to read this. Bro, Bite by Night is not cooked. All right, let's talk about Bite by Night for a second. Do I think there's something weird about the maintenance? Yes. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. There's just something odd about the maintenance. Like, I don't know, and I feel like down the road in the future, there's gonna be some sort of legal thing that happens about, you know, the actual IPs of the FNAF characters and all that other stuff. But yeah. Oh, dude, my eyes hurt. I'm not even gonna hold you. Yeah, like the maintenance or their update or whatever. This has nothing to do with this, by the way. This is just me talking about Bite by Night. Whenever they made the update on the puppet update, I was low-key disappointed because there wasn't anything about the actual maintenance. Like, I wanted to know the progress on the maintenance itself. The game isn't deleted, it's just privated. Oslo is cooked? I don't think so. I mean, like, is it bad? Yes. But again, like, I think that's just like dumb decisions as a teenager. Like, a lot of that explicit stuff we saw was like 3 years old, and if we believe him, his bio says he's 18 right now. That was when he was 15. So, I mean, edgy teenager stuff. I don't think it's that serious. Are you a grandpa? No. I'm going to be in like a month and a half when I turn 18. Drama YouTubers about to cash in from this. Yeah. Who's that one? Gwengo, bro? Ooh, I don't like him at all, bro. Ooh. Nah, bro. I feel like, dude, he's just in it all for the money, bro. That's what it seems like. He seems like he don't even care about the shit he talks about. Friendly fire? Yo, what do you mean right now? Friendly fire? No, come on, speak up. What, I only do this for money? You think I'm doing this for money? I like giving my opinions on things, and I like being a commentary type channel more than just a screaming gaming channel like I used to be, buddy. But anyways, yep. I'm currently in a meeting. Yeah, this is all stuff we've seen hours ago already. The lawyer stuff. Yeah, like, Gwengo's video they're gonna make is gonna be the Bite by Night situation is insane, and the situation's not even about Bite by Night. Change that title. I don't need to change the title because it is the Bite by Night situation, because YSH decided to make it the Bite by Night or oops, this is the wrong one situation. From one shit show shut down OM to the next. Yeah. Yo, I kind of got jump scared because I looked to my right to my other monitor. I just have like a Jay Schlatt video. He's like staring at me. Yo, my bad. Dude, this has been a lot, bro. Insult me. Yep, we've seen that one. Oh, wait, that's the conclusion. Oh my god, we've actually finally made it to the conclusion. Guys, it's been 3 hours and we're finally at the conclusion. Holy smokes. Oh my god, we're finally here. To be honest, with all we've seen so far, it's not all of that. Like, it is bad, like the explicit messages and all that. Like, you can tell that he didn't mean it in like a nasty way, but like a joke way, a dark humor-esque way that just doesn't land right. And well, the racism stuff, that's just like, again, that's edgy teenager. Sorry, I'm messing with my chair right now. It's broken. I need to get a new one. What else was there? The bullying stuff, the bullying and harassment stuff. I mean, from what the screenshots show, allegedly, I mean, he was a fucking, he was a dick, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, but I mean, I was too I was 2 years ago, so I can't really say too much. There was a I think I already covered that. I don't know, bro. I take full personal responsibility for my actions and the mistakes I made. There were moments when I was under intense pressure and completely lost my temper, which led me to react impulsively and insult others. Having ADHD means I deal with impulsive... yeah. Yeah. Impulsivity. Yep, you know what I mean, bro. You know what I'm trying to say, bro. Especially in tight and awkward situations, but I am not using that as an excuse or looking for sympathy. I completely own up to how I handled things during those heated moments. I am not trying to hide my mistakes or justify them. I'm stating the facts of what happened and owning my part in it. It was low-key scrambled up. Yeah, low-key. Like, it was scrambled as all hell. I always kept my real life completely away from Discord, and I even put that in my bio back in 2025. Ozil wouldn't stop questioning me, constantly trying to pry into my personal business to see what's going on. It literally wasn't his business at all, so I just gave him different stories to back him off. Is everyone doing the eyes? I don't know. Why are they doing that? Ask them. Hey guys, why are you doing the thing with your eyes, bro? No evidence for this? I mean... they showed evidence, but like... evidence about a good amount of stuff. I don't think we've seen evidence of here, but I kind of like skipped through the last page a lot, so... This has been a long doc, guys. It's been 3 hours of reading. My eyes hurt staring at pure white. Okay, here. I actually want to read this. This is interesting. why I wrote this, why now? See, in the beginning, I was like, bro, what's the point of stuff happening years ago and not bringing it up then? But you wanted to wait 3 years ago or whatever. Does Google Docs have a dark mode? Bro, I asked that and they said no. Yes, bro. What do you mean? Yeah. I've known Ozzel for 6 years and I know him well. I know how he acts and how he thinks, and I haven't seen him change at all. Yo, low-key, I've had a friend for 7 years, I think. I'm not friends with him no more, but I could not tell you how he thinks or acts, bro. He be changing up. The reason I didn't speak up then, why I chose to speak up now, is because throughout my treatment and medication, I was afraid no one would believe me if I spoke. What did I miss? Everything. We're at the end now. I knew Ozzel was a master of deception. Okay, bro. Incapable of getting out of any predicament. He might even lie to his followers, claiming I was obsessed with him and he wanted to destroy him. I was just trying to speak up, but I decided to stay silent and move on with my life after hearing about what happened to my other friends. Some of them were in worse situations than me. What about, yo, that's another point. What about the other friends? They need to step up too, bro. If they've been wronged by Ozzel, we need to hear it. Fallout levels of deception. Bro, put them all in one place. Bro, put his eggs in one basket. I still hope the writer of the stock is doing good. Yeah. Of course, you got to be respectful to all sides. And, seems like bad shit has happened in this person's life. And I feel bad. Even if I don't want to say I pick sides, but even if this doesn't really change my view of Ozzel much, I hope this person does get the help they need, because they were talking about how they have attempted 8 times. So, being me, a person who deals with a lot of mental stuff, I'm basically a lunatic. I understand that. So, yeah. Bro, what are y'all talking about in the chat? Are y'all brain dead? What the fuck are y'all saying? Actually, bro. This is a serious topic. Chat has to stay focused for 3 concurrent hours, and that they lost it. It's the Roblox community. What do you expect? No, it's my community, and I expect the utmost respect. Actually, no, I don't. They're all pieces of shit. Who am I talking about, bro? Because currently this has become a problem, and my lawyer isn't happy about this. I still really think Bite by Night got into legal trouble. I really don't think it's maintenance. See, that's what I wasn't saying it got into legal trouble. I was saying bro, I know devs and stuff and other people on the team have came out and said, oh yeah, it is maintenance. But bro, I feel there's something else. Yeah, probably it is maintenance, but there's something else, bro. Because dude, it just feels so secretive in a way. But hopefully it is just straight up pure maintenance, and I'm wrong. All right, let's take a look at the final closure. I know the story is very difficult and full of difficult experiences that changed my view of people forever. From the experience of someone who lived in a toxic environment from a young age, I didn't know what was happening around me, and my English was very broken. I did not choose to spend years blaming myself before therapy. That was how I dealt with problems. Dude, do you guys think therapy actually works? I've been told like a million times in my life that I probably should go to therapy. I wouldn't even know where to start. You think that actually works? I feel like that doesn't work. If anything, it makes you like worse. Like, I don't get it. But whenever something went wrong, I would look for ways to make it my fault. I thought taking responsibility for everything would somehow fix the situation. I'm scared to tell my parents. Well, don't be scared. If you have it, if you boil it up, if you let yourself boil up, one day you'll explode. So don't. You'll be like me. And that's not a good thing at all. But yeah. The truth is that more than one person was affected by what happened. See, look, this is what I don't get. You said more than one person was affected by what happened? Oh wait. There are people whose stories I have deliberately left out of this document, even though they were deeply affected by many of the same events. I feel like if we got those stories, I feel like this would like better like help your case, would it not? I don't know. I feel like that's just me though. Every person involved could easily gather a handful of screenshots and tell their side of the story. The difference is that most people can begin with words before they begin with evidence. When I responded to Ozzo's document, I was willing to acknowledge that not everything was black and white. I even told him that I was willing to give him credit where I believed it was deserved. What stood out to me, however, was how much the response focused on his own feelings rather than the impact his actions had on the people around him. I never ignored his feelings or his mental health. I supported him when I considered him a friend, but support does not ease accountability. In my view, protecting a reputation is not the same as telling the truth. When someone becomes more focused on preserving their image than reflecting on their actions, the conversation stops being about what happened and starts becoming about damage control. Low key, that might be one of the realest things I've ever read in my life. Just saying. After 11 years of comms and working on project, 11 years? Damn. That's shit. I made the decision to close comms and stop taking that kind of work permanently for a long time. I gave more of myself than I should have. I opened my heart too much to people. I gave many chances. I said what I was afraid to say, and it was leaked by someone I trusted. Yeah, that was a fucked situation. After the first time, you wouldn't trust that dude again, bro. Stay quiet about what happened, but that's not what happened because I saw what happened. I was the most heard what happened. I was the most saw how my friends were affected. The ones who started this problem is Ed. I am ready for any lawsuits that might be filed against me in the future. Maybe I'll file one to Ed and Oslo, bro. We do not need more lawsuits, bro. Let's chill. I don't think there's going to be any lawsuit from this because the Bite by Night team already has to worry about Scott Cawthon. Lastly, if Ozzel, Ed, or any of their associates attempt to rewrite history regarding the projects I spent years building, projects where I was and mistreated simply to portray themselves as victims as they did it in their first document. This will be my final response on the matter. The fact that I've been keeping quiet about these people for months, and despite them contacting Oswald portraying themselves as victims, I have spent the last 4 months meticulously documenting the facts. I will not waste any more time writing lengthy rebuttals. If any further false or misleading claims are made, I will address them directly and publicly on my main Twitter account with the evidence already documented. Just to let you know. I only discovered I had ADHD a few weeks ago, so it's not Ozul's fault because she was joking about something sensitive for me, but he knew I was being bullied because of my English. This document was written using a translator. Oh, that makes sense. So if any meaning changed without my noticing, I apologize. I tried to read it several times and consulted with my friends to make sure everything was correct. Ozul never told me he'd be temporarily paralyzed, which caused me distress and sadness for him. Even after we ended our friendship, he told me he had a 3% chance of recovery. 3%? That's like nothing. Ozul is lying to his fans, and what happens behind the scenes is even worse. I spoke out. I don't care about the consequences. Let's end this doc. Damn. That was a lot to take in, guys. I know we might have not have gotten it all together because that was so much, just not enough could store in your cranium, but golly, that was so much. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Hey, well, you already know. I will be reading his response whenever that eventually comes out. It's been over 3 hours. Damn, 3 hours read on one doc, bro. I could probably read it one whole book faster. Damn. Well, what do you guys think? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this whole thing? I'll give my opinions on. Confusing? Yeah, that's certainly. Yeah, confusing. Yeah, that's a great word. A lot of parts were confusing, kind of giving me a headache, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Wait, I banned you, Sin, from my chat? I didn't even know that. My bad, bro. We are fried. Yeah. It's so dumb. I wouldn't say it's dumb. It's just a little confusing. Oh. Alright, you're unbanned, bro. I need a video explaining everything in 1 minute. Well, there's just too much that's just not gonna happen. But I mean, again, there is the summary. There's the summary of it. It's pretty long. Blue again, you're funny. This does say fact-based. Again, this is a huge word right here. If any of this is false, you know, they could have a lawsuit here. Fact-based, bro. Defamation. Fact-based documentation. So I kind of believe that everything in here is the truth. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think this is really good. I feel like, you know, like take Forsaken as an example. People didn't give a shit about the soul-driven love situation. People don't care that soul-driven love is making 25% and will still play the game no matter what. So, like, I don't think this is gonna really affect the game, as in Bite by Night, too much. But yeah. We're gonna get a response from Ozul Block sometime. I hope this doesn't me talking about this doesn't get me put on a chopping block. I'm just trying to be the messenger here, you know. Again, I've said like 1,000 times that you know, you gotta take this with a grain of salt. What is it? Grain of salt. Wait till the response before making judgment or conclusions. Yeah, trust Bite by Night ain't this month. If Bite by Night's not coming out this month, I might just go broke, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. But whenever I read all of this stuff right here, I just thought like, oh god, it's over. Die of Death will carry you? Okay, bro. Really? You know that short I made on Die of Death? Let's compare that to a short I made on Bite by Night that has the same amount of views. The Bite by Night short has 596 likes. The Die of Death one has 67 likes. I'm not even making that up. That's literally how much it has right now. Buddy, tell me, is that gonna work out for me? Because I don't think so. The views? Man, it's YouTube Shorts. And also, it's still bad. Like, gotta find my footing. But anyways, back on this topic. Whenever I read severe emotional abuse, bullying, emotional distress, insults, suicides, ideation, suicide attempt, public humiliation, harassment, mockery, sexual content, and mistreatment. Severe emotional abuse? I don't really know if there was much in there. Actually, from that one Ed guy, probably, yeah, that dude was going crazy, but bullying, yeah, there was some bullying, emotional distress, insults, yep. Suicide, yep. Public humiliation, yep. Harassment, yep. Sexual content, I mean, yeah. I mean, it's all is true. But wow. But that wasn't Ozil? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. He was mainly calm throughout the whole thing. Or he was calm throughout the whole thing. But yeah, guys, that is the Bite by Night situation. Not even related to Bite by Night at all. But that is the Ocelblock situation. Well, let me scroll through Twitter. Let me look through the timeline. Make sure nobody just puts straight up corn. Dude, I'm looking at this chat or these replies and they're like garbage. Like the people in like, dude, I hate Twitter users so much. Like I can't stand Twitter users. This is actually like, it like makes my blood boil. Like actually like cave demons. Oh, it makes me mad. They're so stupid. Oh man, well, guys, we made it to the end. That was the Bite by Night situation. That was the Bite by Night situation, folks. Among Us, you really, I'm like so down for Among Us, but like not on stream, bro. I'm not doing anything else on this stream. Like, what kind of a person does that make me look if right after talking about life, like potentially life, like changing documents, I go to playing fucking Among Us? What does that make me look like, buddy? That's not a good look. Like at all. But yeah, I feel like, okay, I'm not doing a stage. I can't do a stage. I can only join the stages. I'm not talking to my viewers. That's just weird. I hate them. Last time I was in a VC with my viewers, it was actually so corny and cringy. I couldn't do it. I wanted all the pain and misery to end. Also, dude, the stage doesn't even work, bro. When we try to run the ones, that shit was broken. Only certain people could hear other people. It was so stupid. Twisted server? Yeah, whatever Twisted does when I'll always join. But until then. Yeah, I know, dude. The entire first match and that Siege ones, I was trying to like plug it. Like I'm like, bro, what's going on with the mic and shit, bro? I'm like, what the hell? General son? No, I'm not doing that. It's not fun. I keep on, dude. I need to get a new chair, guys. Who's trying to donate me $2,000, bro? Can I get a TDL or TLDR? I only just what the heck? I only just joined. All right, so basically, actually, there's just I don't think I can, bro. It's so much. There's just so much to cover, and if I don't include everything, then it feels like I'm not doing a service. I don't think a chair costs $2K. Yo, who said I needed it for a chair, bro? Oh yeah. You guys should see my wallpaper on the Google. You should see the wallpaper. General feelings then? All right, general feelings is that I feel like okay, I gotta stop fucking with my chair. A lot of the stuff he done and said, like the bad stuff, like the offensive stuff was just like him being an edgy teen. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's still fucked and all that. But like there was like him there's like just edgy teen stuff. But bro, what is in hot takes right now? Who is Mason? And why is there a Mr. Beast like like a Mr. Beast scam thingy in there, bro? That shit's so stupid. Whoever like does that, like who is actually falling for this? People are not that dumb. But golly, it took us 3 hours to cover that whole thing. Anyways, this is the dot, guys. Isn't it cool? Flowery blooms and bravery. Also, yo, I just realized I kind of just leaked it. I kind of just leaked chapter 5. My bad, bro. Dude, if you haven't played chapter 5, bro. I mean, bro, to be fair, bro, if you haven't already played it, you would have already been spoiled by now. Like, you would have already, there's no way you wouldn't have been spoiled, bro. Yo, thank you, Moves, bro. Is your server link in your bio? All right, I'll put my Discord server link, and I won't pin it, but I'll put it here since it's the end. It's basically the end of the stream. It's just like the talking point. Dude, yo, stop. But yeah, there it is. Yo, L Joseph pool. Yep, GG's. We need to reset the gifteds, bro. Horrible gifted. Actually the worst one you could have gotten. But thank you, Moobs. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Hi, Twisted. How are you doing, Twisted? We just got done reading for 3 hours straight. My throat is so dry and my eyes hurt. The GOAT has earned a membership. Yeah, okay, bro. I'm good. That's lovely to hear. I'm glad. Dude, who's trying to buy me a PC, bro? Ha! Nah, my bad. Dude, this old dog, by old, I mean not even a year old. Dude, stop! Okay, I was joking, bro. Chill. Thank you, bro. Gamer, bro. Thank you, bro. My bad, bro. I didn't mean it, bro. Chill. But, you guys enjoy looking at a black screen, though? Yo, run the clubhouse once, then you could speak on my name. Okay, bro. Blatant Zim. Media share win? Do you think I will ever do a media share? Spoilers again? All right, bro, fine, I'll change it. Give me a second. But in Zim on PC, dude, I forgot how Zim works. All right, bro. Or what is it? Isn't it to make you have like no recoil or some shit? I forgot. Or wait, what oh. It's so you can play on mouse and keyboard on con. Oh yeah. I just remember watching the Jinxie videos with the I Love Zim guy in it. Play Among Us with Twisted. I mean, if Twisted's down, I'll play Among Us. All right, guys. See, no spoilers unless you don't have yeah, no spoilers. Is that fucking Jesus? I mean, you could look at that and say it's Jesus. Spoilers, yeah. BioShock Infinite spoilers, bro. A game that's older than you, bro. This game came out when you were still never mind. I'm not making that joke, bro. Brother. But what now, guys? Like, I mean, Bible spoilers. This has nothing to do with the Bible, bro. I am a non-believer. Was a god to a king. Among Us on Twisted server. If Twisted's down, are you down, Twisted? I'll play Among Us. You believe in Pizza Hut? Yo, do they have? I'm so down. Okay, weirdo, chill. God, bro is so down. I was like 7 when this came out. Actually, when did BioShock Infinite came out? I just got done replaying that. (2013) Yo, wait. Dang, I'm low-key like, dude, that's not too far. I'm 17, bro. I'm low-key new gen. Guys, what do we do? I mean, I guess this is where I end stream and go play Among Us, bro. Beat Sans. If I had Undertale on the PlayStation, I would like dead ass. And I'd show Sin it's not that hard. Do I strat? I mean, if y'all viewers want to come play, bro, we'll be over there. Your ass cannot beat Sans, bro. Dude, you know, I hope you know. I nearly beat Undertale without like first time playing the game. I nearly didn't die at all in my first playthrough. The only time I died in that game was because of fucking the robot dude, bro. Mettaton, yeah. Oh, yes. That's the only time I ever, like, died. And then the rest I soloed. Join my server, guys. It's awesome. Are you going to be streaming it, Twisted, or what? Because I'm not. Are you just going to be, like, hosting a Discord call, or what's going on? Genocide is a whole nother level. Bro, you guys know who Easy Speedsy is? He just like speed runs every single game. I watched him do a speed run on Genocide. It's not all that, buddy. You can chill out, bro. It is not all that, bro. Also, bro, I replayed the Flowery boss fight for Chapter 5. And that shit was so easy, bro. I loaded it up, dude. Because I beat it pre-nerf, and it took me like 5 tries to get it, bro. He was low-key like frying my ass. But like, bro, I loaded it up the other day and first tried it. I'm like, bro, it got so easy, bro. What the heck? Corona! Oh, Corona! But hold on. Let's see. Where's Yo, why? Is that Loki facts? Just kidding. Dude, what does the mouse dude say, bro? What is he? He says Joe Orange? Is that what he says? Because I thought he was just speaking straight gibberish when he did his. Joe Orange. Joe Orange. Like, bro. Start Among Us after you end stream? Screw you. My bad. I didn't mean that. Dude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. My bad, bro. Guys, what do we do? I'm so broke. Actually, no, I'm not. What am I talking about? I'm so unmotivated. Among Us, we agreed. Twisted's not even in the call, bro. There's nothing. I don't know. I'm waiting for that. I'm the one waiting. I'm the one waiting, bro. I'm replaying Deltarune, and oops, I just accidentally broke. But anyways, I'm replaying Deltarune, and I'm doing like all the secret bosses. Spamton Neo has to be one of the easiest boss fights ever, bro. Just saying. Now's our chance to be a big shot. Be a big. All right, but all right, guys, this is gonna be the end of the stream here. Play Animal Hospital. I've been meaning to look into that. I'm going to be ending stream. I'm going to go play Among Us though with my buddies, or not my buddies, my slaves. If you want to join, I'll send a link to their server if you want to join it, just in case. But yeah, you guys have a lovely day. Good night, everybody, and I'll talk to you in 7 months.